Adam & Sons AC and Heating is a locally owned business. President, CEO, and U.S. Navy veteran Adam Renteria has been certified in HVAC since 2010. Adam is also certified as a home performance specialist through BPI. Adam & Sons offers professional work, excellent quality service with affordable prices, whether it's commercial or residential. Adam & Sons is the one to call. Contact Adam & Sons AC and Heating at 512-844-2695 or email adamrenteria64air@yahoo.com. Mention you heard this ad on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast and get 10% off your service call.
If you're looking to capture that special moment, let Adrian Gutierrez Photography capture that special moment for you. Whether it's a wedding, birthday, family photo, or any special occasion, Adrian Gutierrez Photography is the right one to turn that special moment into a memory that will last a lifetime. Adrian Gutierrez proudly supports Lockhart Lion Athletics and can be seen at many events in Lockhart, as well as at Lockhart Lions sporting events, offering his time to create special moments for the Lockhart community. You can contact Adrian Gutierrez Photography at 512-227-6794, email adriangutierrezphotography@gmail.com, or his website adriangutierrezphotography.com. Kent Riddle Properties has been the main sponsor of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast since 2020, and has been a big supporter of Lockhart Lion Sports for over 40 years. Lockhart Lion fans all over the world have been able to follow the games on the Kent Riddle Properties scoreboard, as well as being the main sponsor of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Kent is also the QA guy for every broadcast. Kent Riddle has been in the real estate business for over 35 years. If you are looking to buy, sale, or lease a property in the area, you can contact Kent Riddle at 512-359-0036. Meitler Plumbing LLC is the one to call on for your plumbing service work in Lockhart and Caldwell County. Call Darren Meitler from Meitler Plumbing at 512-398-3146. Darren has been with the family business for over 30 years, and has been voted best plumber in Caldwell County numerous times. Master licensed and bonded. So, for any plumbing issues, call Meitler Plumbing for your plumbing service. Darren Meitler is also a 1989 Lockhart alumni and football captain for Lockhart Lions. Go Lions! Once a Lion, always a Lion.
Old Pal Texas Tavern, located on the square in downtown Lockhart at 100 East Market Street. From a variety of appetizers, fried chicken, burgers, and salads, Old Pal is the right place for your hunger. We're open 7 days a week, Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Fridays and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Our kitchen will be open late for Lockhart Lions Friday Night Lights home games. Old Pal Texas Tavern, cold drinks, fried chicken, and famous smash burgers are perfect for your after-game store. At Old Pals, we are proud supporters of the Lockhart Lions and the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Smoke Texas Barbecue puts smiles on faces. Since 1900, Kreitz Market has been putting smiles on faces with every bite of Smoke Texas Barbecue. Located off of Highway 183 at 619 North Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas, fifth-generation owner Keith Schmidt continues the tradition of providing best barbecue in Texas with its award-winning varieties of beef, sausage, and pork meats. All Kreitz Barbecue is post oak smoked to perfection under Pitmaster Roy Perez's watchful eye in Kreitz Market's hallowed brick pits. Let Kreitz cater your party or event. Kreitz can assemble a complete barbecue dinner and sides for any event in Central Texas. To get a quote on catering, Kreitz Barbecue Catering Manager Weston Black can be reached at 512-398-2361. That's 512-398-2361. Kreitz Market opens 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can find out more about Kreitz Market on their Facebook page or go to kreitzmarket.com. That's www.kreitzmarket.com.
Shields AC and Heating is a small family-owned business located here in Lockhart, Texas. You can count on us for all your air conditioning and heating repairs. Here at Shields AC and Heating, we service commercial and residential HVAC system, as well as refrigeration, ice machines, and walk-in coolers. So, if you're in need of commercial or residential AC repairs, you can count on Shields AC and Heating to be there for you by calling us at 512-227-1219. We take pride in your comfort.
if you find yourself on the side of the road or in an accident. Call Quantum Towing and Recovery at 512-295-8697. Quantum Towing has been a family-owned business since 2000. We offer 24-hour towing and recovery service for your vehicle. With 4 locations to serve you in Kyle, San Marcos, Luling, and Lockhart, Quantum Towing is only a phone call away.
My name is Nathaniel Gonzalez, also known as My Time Gonzalez on the football field.
Same formation.
Same play.
Hand off to Gonzalez. He got room to run across his midfield to the 40, the 30, the 20, 10. End zone, touchdown, Gonzalez.
When I'm not on the football field, I run a small Christian brand with 2 of my friends, Sam Mancius and Gabby Longoria. This allows us to spread our Lord and Savior's message. We make shirts, shorts, sweaters, cut-off hoodies, car decals, and drawstrings backpack. My design is to have a unique verse of your choosing on the back of the shirt or hoodie. If you would like to support Stay Holy, scan the QR code and check out what we have. Or for more info, you can send us an email to stayholy21@gmail.com. If Jesus could do it all, we could try. God bless and go Lions.
Welcome to today's broadcast of Lockhart Lions Sports on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast, brought to you by our main sponsors, Kent Riddle Properties, Kreitz Market, and Quantum Towing. And now from the press box with the broadcasting crew of our football analyst, the coach Amato Galvez, color commentary TD Tom Dunn, and the voice of Lockhart Lions Sports, Emilio the Sarge Juarez.
And welcome, everybody. It is a district opener for District 12, 5A Division 1 here in Lockhart, Texas at Lions Stadium, as the Lockhart Lions will host the Lehman Lobos in district action to open up the season. This is also the home opener for the Lockhart Lions. Before we make the introductions, got a correction we got to make. Last night, during the freshman game, we had the Kreitz Market Offensive Player of the Game. We had misnamed the number 32 player. That was Zeke Navarro, and as well as Keaton Price, number 33. They were the Kreitz Market Offensive Player of the Game, and the Quantum Towing Defensive Player of the Game was number 22, Ladarius Rowe. So welcome, everybody. With that, welcome to the Kreitz Market postgame show here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. My name is Emilio Sarge Juarez. Going to be bringing you all the live play-by-play action. And to the far left of me, it's going to be TD Tom Dunn. He's going to be doing the color commentary. And to his left, our football analyst for Friday Night Football. And our Friday night guest here in the booth with us tonight, none other than James Santa Cruz from the dark side of the mic. welcome to the broadcast booth, James.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. Honored to be up here with you guys.
You put on a great show on the dark side of the mic. Of course, you said we talked before. You took a little break, but you're going to be coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about the program that you have going on and how it runs.
Yeah. So started off just me and my buddies. Shout out to Austin Bertram, Emilio Stratton, and we kind of. I'm a big fan of podcasts in general, and got to the point where I was like, I think I have something to contribute here. And so it kind of started off just us messing around, talking about our everyday lives, what we got going on, hobbies and all that. And we also started eventually making our way downtown to some of the businesses in town and giving them a platform to get their business out there or whatever they have going on. And it's kind of just grown into what it is today. I like to think it's for your everyday, person that works and family and all of that stuff to just kind of hang your hat and shoot the stuff so
what's really going on today, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've been on Dark Side of Mike 3 times. I really enjoyed each time that I went on there, and I enjoy tuning in to when you guys do your other podcasts, always covering current events, which I love. Something will happen in the morning, you guys cover it that afternoon. I've always liked that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of fun, When is your next show coming up?
I have Curtis Hawkins coming on next week.
Here we go.
Yeah, that one's going to be a recorded episode, so probably look for that sometime midweek or later on in the week.
Yeah.
So, yeah, looking forward to that one with Curtis.
And a great segue into this next part. Of course, with Curtis Hawkins, we have a great promotion going on with Ride and Style 2. Of course, we had a fantastic one last year to the final road game of the year. This one, Lions Pride Sports Broadcast and Texas Event Shuttle is happy to bring back Ride and Style 2 for the final road game of the season at A&M Consolidated on November 8th, 2024. 5 lucky winners, well, actually 4 more lucky winners will be selected. We had our first Lucky Lion winner this past Sunday. Will be selected, and each winner will be able to bring one guest with them. Tickets and food will be provided along with a Ride and Style on a Texas Event Shuttle. A shuttle that Curtis Hawkins will be driving. And I promise you he won't be running over no defensive lineman on the way over there as he did as a high school football player. So if you're going to have an opportunity to put your name into that drawing, all you got to do in the comment section, type in the words, "Let's go," and your name will be automatically entered into that contest for the Ride and Style. And with that as well, we got some tickets also that we do give away. Lions Pride Sports Broadcast and Kent Riddle Properties will be giving away Lockhart Lion home tickets to each home game of Lockhart Lion football. Stay tuned to the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast of Lockhart Lion Sports to enter your name into the drawing for a chance to win free tickets. And for that, all you got to do, the next round of tickets will be for the homecoming game in 2 weeks versus Cedar Creek Eagles here at Lions Stadium. In the comment section, if you want to enter that drawing, all you got to do in the comment section, type in the words "Beat the Eagles," and your name will be automatically entered into that drawing. And also pay attention to the broadcast because you're going to have a second opportunity to have your name entered into each drawing. So, but with that, we're still here in the Kreitz Market pregame show. And Coach,
yes, sir.
What are your thoughts of the team for Lockhart? The keys to victory for Lockhart to be victorious.
Keys
tonight?
to victory. We have to forget about the last 2 weeks. Have a good job. Do a good job moving the football. Lehman's defense is not that strong, but then again, they're going to step up and be ready to play against us. So we have to establish the run, and that will open the passing game. Defensively, we got to make our tackles. We got to wrap up and make the tackle. The quarterback is very, very active, very athletic. He's not afraid to run. In fact, that's his first decision is to run the football. I was telling TD earlier, he reminds me a little of Johnny Manziel. He's going to scramble around and try to find somebody open or take off and run. So we got to make sure we wrap up on him and keep him contained and keep him in the pocket. Special teams, we did a good job last week. Mr. Estrada, the kicker and punter, Estrada did a great job of kicking the football. Keep that up, young man. You're doing a good job. And especially, it may come down to a kick to win the football game.
Well, and those touchbacks are valuable. You cannot have a kick return for a touchdown against you if you do not let them return it. And Coach talked a little bit about their quarterback. That's going to be number 10. His name's Gunnar Winnicki. And, yeah, just like Coach said, he will pull it down and run for it. He's He's second in rushing on the team. Other notable guys to look out for on the Lehman side are going to be leading receiver Naya Guzman. He'll be wearing number 0. He's a sophomore. And then their leading rusher is actually a freshman. He's number 24, Zane Barber. So those are your players on the offensive side to look out for Lehman out there.
And I'd like to mention that Lehman had a great scrimmage against San Antonio Lee. They really dominated that scrimmage. And they did a good job against the first game of the season against Colleen Chaparrals, a brand new school over there. But they had a very good. They lost a close game, and then last week against San Antonio Jay, they just never had a chance. They got intercepted. They recovered a fumble on the first play of the ball game. Jay ran it back for a touchdown, and that was pretty much it. They took him out of the game real quick.
When you talked about that first game versus Chaparral, that was a 12-6 loss for Lehman. And, in high school football these days, if you see 12-6, there was some defense being played. And, it's just so rare that there's that few points scored with the way the spread option is run and the RPOs run here in high school football in Texas. So I'll be keeping an eye out on the defensive side of Lehman. One of their guys going to be Josiah Espinosa is going to be the linebacker. He's the leading tackler for the Lobos on the defensive side of the football. I want to touch a little bit on what Coach said. You got to forget about the last 2 weeks. I agree with that. But I also think in the last 2 weeks we've seen improvement. From our first game to our second game, steadily improving. I think this team continued to improve through this week, and I think the Lions come out here and get their first win of the year right here against the Lehman Lobos to open up District 1-0. Now, important to note, Lockhart went into their house last year, and they beat Lockhart. That was their only win of the year last year, was beating Lockhart. Call it a fluke, call it what you will, but I'll tell you one thing, it's going to give the Lobos, it's going to give them some confidence coming into this game going, you know what, we beat them last year. Lockhart had Ashton Dickens last year. He's gone, and we managed to beat them with Ashton Dickens. You better believe the Lobos are coming in here to try to win this game, and Lockhart's going to definitely have to show that continued improvement to try to get a win here tonight.
And James, you've seen the first 2 games for the Lockhart Lions. We have a young squad. What are your thoughts of what you've seen so far from the Lions?
I think that Ashton's presence is definitely missed on the football field as far as the diversity that he brings and being able to run the football.
Just can't replace it.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Looking for someone to step up, and I'm not too familiar with the faces out there currently, but go Lions.
Oh yes, of course. Lockhart Lions and Lehman Lobos come into the contest tonight 0-2, but that's non-district games. It's pretty much like a preseason before you head off to the regular season, which is district play. And TD mentioned it's important to start district play off with 1-0. And one of these teams will be doing that tonight, and hopefully it's going to be our Lions as Caden Mavis looks to bounce back from starting the season 0-2 as a starting quarterback for the Lockhart Lions. And season stats for the Lions so far as passing, Caden Mavis is 15 of 22 with 2 TDs and 238 yards total in the first 2 games in non-district play. As far as rushing, Nathaniel My Time Gonzalez, he's 25 carries for 137 yards and 1 TD. Caden Mavis, 16 carries for 32 yards. And sophomore Nathaniel Nate Rowland, he's carried the ball 16 times for 59 yards. They are the leaders on the ground as far as receiving.
And that's something that I think Lockhart needs to definitely do better tonight, is to run the ball a little bit better.
Yeah, as far as receiving, Gage Deutsch leads all receivers, 5 receptions, 154 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Wesley Abel, as we like to call him, he's at 4 touches or 4 receptions for 42 yards. And, Coach, not the numbers that we like to see on the rushing side of things, as we've seen a lot more rushing yards the first 2 games of the season. The last 3-4 years, not that big of rushing yards. What are your thoughts of what Lockhart needs to do to have a breakout performance rushing?
We have a young offensive line. It's take them a while to get adjusted. They have a new offensive line coach also. It's going to take a while for them to get their feet under them. And I think this game might be a big game for us to break out and do a great job, because we do have 2 very good running backs back there.
Yeah, and I think, we haven't had a 100-yard rusher yet on the season, but I do think that tonight may be the first night that we do have a 100-yard rusher, and I look for that to be Nathaniel Gonzalez. I think if Lockhart can get Gonzalez going early and establish a run, we saw last year, if you can get him 10 carries in the first half. He tends to just run downhill in that second half as defenses start to tire out. Gonzalez gets more and more. He never goes down on the first hit. So that's something that I think is probably key for Lockhart to get the win tonight, is to get Gonzalez going early and often. And not just Gonzalez. I mean, really, I think Nathan Rowland and Gonzalez have probably just about split snaps so far this year, which is surprising. Gonzalez is coming back off of an injury, but we've seen flashes. He had a really big run in that first game that was called back, unfortunately. But I do think tonight's the night that My Time goes over 100 yards for the first time. And who knows, he could get loose. And that's the thing with him. If he starts getting hot,
Yes.
and I'm a big believer in momentum and a player heating up, a lot of people think it's, an imaginary thing, but you get a kid whose confidence starts to build, they break off a 15-yard run, break off a 20-yard run. You start to feel like Superman out there. Next thing you know, you're playing like Superman. So I look for My Time to hopefully get hot
Gonzalez
tonight.
had a very good game last year against Lehman. Unfortunately, we didn't come away with a win. And against San Antonio Southwest, he had a good game. He got a little bit banged up there toward the end of the game, but I guarantee you on Monday, he had a great practice. So he's 100%.
Good. That's good to hear. Well, and then like we said, too, Roland's right there. Anytime he needs a breather, you don't have much drop-off from 1 to 2. Another guy who I look to continue, really, just Gage Deutsch is going to continue to do what he does. He's going to go over the middle, same as My Time. He just does not like to get tackled, and you can see it in his body language, the way he plays the game of football. He genuinely dislikes going down to the ground, so he fights, he claws, he gets every yard he can. I think Gage Deutsch has a big game tonight, and then I think tonight is somewhat of a coming out party for Mr. Wesley Abel. Talked to his parents down at the tailgate, and they're just kind of really wading in and really getting involved with Lockhart football, and had a great conversation with his dad and kind of talking to him about how Wesley has developed from junior high. He said, in junior high, we kind of let him succeed and fail. You come to the games and cheer. And he said, now we're in high school, and he's starting getting better and better and better. And I'm going, well, we better buy season tickets and be at every game. And they also said they have a lot of families, so shout out if you're family of Mr. Wes Abel watching from up there in Waco. Said they watch us just about every broadcast to watch Wes play. So I think he has a bit of a coming out party tonight.
And remember, TD, he's only a sophomore.
Yeah, he's got 3 more years to play. So, but I think Wesley Abel from the slot gets some good catches tonight, and then shows us a little bit of what he can do with the ball in his hands, as we like to call him, little Mr. Wes Welker down there, because he definitely emulates him.
Oh, yeah. And once again, I want to welcome everybody to the broadcast, as well as our special guest, James Santa Cruz of the Dark Side of the Mic, and also QA for us tonight, as he's done in the past, Mr. Kent Riddle Properties, making sure that we sound good and look good for all you Lockhart Lion fans. And for tonight's broadcast, all you Lehman Lobos fans that may be tuning in, whether you're watching on Facebook or on our YouTube channel, we want to welcome you to the broadcast. And, we're going to have an exciting night. We have two teams looking for their first victory of the season, an all-important victory as district season kicks off tonight. And we got some district games that are taking place around the area. And we had one district game that was played last night. That was College Station A&M consolidated at Pflugerville-Weiss. And the Tigers defeated the Wolves 25-19.
Weiss hung tough in that one.
They sure did. Then we got Pflugerville-Hendrickson Hawks traveling to Bob Shelton Stadium to take on the Vita Hayes consolidated Hawks. I still feel funny when I say it. I want to say Hayes Rebels.
Yeah, doesn't roll off the tongue.
It doesn't. And, of course, at Cougar Stadium at College Station, the Anderson Trojans make the long trip to take on the College Station Cougars. That's going to be at 7:30 p.m. Cedar Creek Eagles have the bye week this week. And, of course, our sister town down south of 183, Luling Eagles, went and took on San Antonio Burbank Bulldogs last night at, I think it was Alamo Stadium. And the Burbank Bulldogs, a 5A school, took on a 3A school and came out with an 18-point victory. And, Coach, you really don't like to see that 5A versus 3A, but got to give it to Luling, the coaching staff, for not just looking at Burbank and be like, you know what, I don't care. We're going to play them anyway.
Yeah, and it was non-district, so it really it doesn't matter. But it matters, but it was a good experience with those young men that go down there and play in a nice big stadium and on the turf field and in San Antonio. It's good experience for them.
Well, and if I remember right, I saw Luling Eagles sports broadcast, they posted the stats, and Luling did outrush Burbank in that game, and they also took the ball away from them as well. So, I mean, Luling kind of definitely playing up to their competition. So tonight we got not just a big football game here, but something special that happens every year is tonight. It is Band-O-Rama, and this is where you get your 6th or 7th and 8th grade band. All of them are out here. You've got also your 7th and 8th grade color guard that will join the high school color guard, and they will all be performing here tonight for Band-O-Rama.
Yeah, we'll turn off our headset and turn up the crowd mic so you'll be able to get a chance to listen and watch Band-O-Rama right here at Lions Stadium. And as they coming out to the field, we're going to cut off our headsets, and we'll be right back with some more of the Kreitz Market pregame show right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Marching onto the field is the combined 7th through 12th grade Lockhart Roaring Lion Band and Color Guard. Tonight, Lockhart High School and Junior High bands present Band-O-Rama. These outstanding young musicians and performers, more than 350 strong, represent some of the best students within Lockhart ISD. Band and Color Guard students are consistently ranked in the top 10% of their class. Music and the arts is a stepping stone to success in school, from junior high to high school to college and beyond. First, the combined Roaring Lion Band and Color Guard will present one of marching band's musical treasures. Here is Land of 1,000 Dances. High school band directors are Peyton Grover, Joseph Gannon, and Jared Autry. Junior high band directors are Juliana Reese, Avery Southern, and Elena Walzel. Lockhart ISD's Director of Color Guards is Mr. Sergio Rodriguez. LJHS Guard Director is Ms. Samantha Farias. To close our performance, the band will play another rock and roll hit, Smoke on the Water. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024-25 Roaring Lion Band and Color Guard. The junior high students want to wish the RLB and CG a successful contest season that starts tomorrow for the percussion section as they take the field at Thunder in the Hills Percussion Contest in Dripping Springs. The high school students want to wish the junior high luck in their upcoming performances and encourage them to one day become part of the award-winning LHS Roaring Lion Band and Color Guard. Please give one more round of applause for Bandorama 2024!
The following list of officials for tonight's game is furnished for review use by the Austin Football Officials Association, a chapter of the Texas Association of Sports Officials. When we announce the officials for tonight's game, we appreciate the use of the following program. Tonight's officials are from the Austin Football Officials Association. You enjoy
Smoked Texas Barbecue puts smiles on faces. Since 1900, Kreitz Market has been putting smiles on faces with every bite of Smoked Texas Barbecue. Located off of Highway 183 at 619 North Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas, fifth-generation owner Keith Schmidt continues the tradition of providing the best barbecue in Texas with its award-winning varieties of beef, sausage, and pork meats. All Kreitz Barbecue is post oak smoked to perfection under pitmaster Roy Perez's watchful eye in Kreitz Market's hallowed brick pits. Let Kreitz cater your party or event. Kreitz can assemble a complete barbecue dinner and sides for any event in Central Texas. To get a quote on catering, Kreitz Barbecue Catering Manager Weston Black can be reached at 512-398-2361. That's 512-398-2361. Kreitz Market opens 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can find out more about Kreitz Market on their Facebook page or go to kreitzmarket.com. That's www.kreitzmarket.com.
Senior Captain Ashley Casillas, Sophomore Social Officer Caleb Creek, and Air Paper Teacher Michael Dow. Sophomore Co-Captain Soraya Johnson and her paper teacher Joseph Kingston. Senior Social Officer AJ Quintero and her paper teacher George Sunny. Senior Leah O'Reilly and her paper teacher Sarah James. Senior Mia Ayala and her paper teacher Coach Rolando Garza. Junior Anaya Ramirez and her paper teacher Coach Justin Torres. Junior Melanie Suarez and her paper teacher Joseph Gannon. Junior Michaela Tinoco and her paper teacher Lauren Cunningham. Junior Lizzie Staten and her paper teacher Michael Dow. Sophomore Avery Foley and her paper teacher Megan Buehler. Sophomore Kendra Mendoza and her paper teacher Trinity Burton. And finally, sophomore Natalie Gonzalez and her paper teacher Melissa Huddley. All right, I'd like a big round of applause for our 2024-25 varsity cheerleaders. Lockhart IC's elementary school children get to experience the excitement of being a part of the football experience and being lucky to lie. Now they get a chance to run the tunnel and experience the game-like atmosphere of Friday Night Football. Now let's welcome our Lucky's crew.
And welcome back to the broadcast booth here for the Kreitz Market pregame show. As we see the Lucky Lion crew, of course, Bandorama that's going to be competing here pretty soon. Of course, next home game we're going to have Mr. Crowley, the band director. He's going to be joining us up here in the press box and the broadcast booth, and we'll be talking to Lockhart Lion Roaring Band and give them a big shout out. Do a fantastic job in competitions, as we got both teams that haven't came out of their tunnel yet.
And this week the theme here at the high school was Lay Out Lehman, like Hawaiian lay. And so all the kids down the student section are all wearing their Hawaiian shirts and have their lays made of flowers. Had a big pep rally today. And, you know, strange enough, I heard the golf coach got everybody fired up today, and I heard that he does not like Lehman. But I heard he did a great job of kind of getting everybody fired up when it was his time today.
And before we do get started with the game also, I do want to remind everybody to, if you're going to make a comment, please keep it respectable. No vulgar language, no disrespecting of football players or coaching staff or officials of either school. Keep it professional in the comment section, as we keep it professional here in the broadcast booth. And, of course, you'll get maybe one warning based on what negative comment you post on there. And if it's that bad, you will be banned from the broadcast and possibly from future broadcasts as well also. So before you hit that send button, give it a thought. And
if you wouldn't say it in church, don't say it in the comment section. That'll keep you pretty safe.
I like that.
That'll keep you pretty safe right there.
And, of course, once again, want to welcome from the dark side of the mic, James Santa Cruz. Of course, does a great job with his podcast, and this is going to be your first time in a broadcast booth for some football, and we'll see if he's going to be good to go. Maybe we'll give him a couple of series in the fourth quarter and give him a shot at it.
It's crazy. I was telling my kiddos that when I was in middle school, I'd watch a lot of ESPN and all of that, and I wanted to be a sportscaster at one time and call football and basketball and stuff like that. So I look at it as kind of a gift to my junior high self, you know. So looking forward to it.
Of course, TD joined me in the first year of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. It was Medina Valley JV football game. No, it was a freshman football game. And just like a stray dog, TD's been following me everywhere. But no,
well, he fed me that first time. He had food, so.
No, but he's been a great addition. And, of course, the coach came along, and this is our 6th season of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Of course, mine 11th season as the voice of Lockhart Lions Sports.
Well, and James, so you were talking about how Darkside's going to come back soon, and you're going to start doing podcasts, bringing it back online. I guess, over the next 2 months, you're going to have a lot of subject matter, the election approaching, and, everybody's emotions are high. I think you'll have a lot of good content to talk about over the next 2 months. It's a good time to be a podcaster, a lot of subject matter to cover.
Yeah. Yeah, we got pretty political there for a while.
It's hard not to.
Yeah. And that's, it gets everybody fired up in the comments and giving their opinions and all that, but should be fun.
And
it makes for a good podcast.
Yeah, before the Lockhart Lions, do want to give a shout-out to one Richard Ibata. They had a tailgate going on. Of course, you can see some of the pictures that we had taken down there. Had some great food, got some riblets and chicken leg, and it was awesome. It was awesome. Of course, James walked right past him.
I swear I didn't see him.
You couldn't smell it?
See, Sarge, y'all left a little bit early because by the
Couldn't
time
smell the
I got
food,
there,
yeah.
the T-bones were going.
Yeah.
I ate 3 T-bone steaks before I came up here.
So,
Wow.
yeah, big shout out to Richard Abada and crew down there.
Thank you
Yeah.
for doing that.
Oh, yes.
Well, and hey, folks, that's going to be every home game. They get out there early. They're out there at 3 o'clock with the barbecue pit. They're going to be out there till, right up 10, 15 minutes before the start of the game each week. I joined them this week, brought some Diablos, some drinks, and me and my family will join them every week for the rest of the season. And, even if you don't plan on coming to the game, stop by, come say hi, get, a piece of barbecue, talk some Lockhart football. I know Sarge will keep going by as well as the coach, but feel free to come down there. It's open to the public. Got free food, and free
Don't forget,
drinks.
next time it'll be homecoming.
Yeah, next time will be homecoming. That'd be a great time to come to the tailgate.
Oh, yes. And, of course, I do want to give a big shout-out to Adam Renteria of Adam & Sons AC and Heating, watching with his Navy buddies in Port Orange, Florida.
Wow.
Yeah, Carlos Cruz from Brooklyn, New York, and Tom Poor from Gainesville, Florida, having a reunion after 35 years. As we get set, as the Lockhart Lions will be coming out of their tunnel. As they make their way down the field.
And look who's leading them out of the tunnel. That's 21, Mr. My Time Gonzalez. I expect him to not only lead them out of the tunnel, but I expect him to lead this team to a victory tonight over these
sir.
Lehman Lobos.
Expect a great game out of him tonight.
Yeah. And it's going to take a full team effort. The minor mistakes, the mental mistakes that were made in week 1 and were fixed in week 2. But there were still some mental mistakes and tackling and all that in week 2. And I'm pretty sure, just as the coaching staff did, from week 1 to week 2, they got this team prepared from week 2 to week 3 and to start district with a 1-0 record.
Don't forget the last time we were at home, it was that scrimmage against Elgin. They looked very good then.
Yeah, the last home game was last year. They say there's no I in team, but there sure is a bad running back on this one.
And that last home game for here at Lockhart, it was against Kerrville Tybee. That was a win-and-go-home situation. You either went to the playoffs or you got ready for basketball on Monday morning against Kerrville Tybee. And, of course, that was one of the biggest moments in Gage Deutsch and Ben Mendez's moment here at Lockhart Lions, beating Tybee 2 years in a row.
Oh, it was wonderful, wasn't it? 19 years of abuse we took at the hands of those guys.
No. 31 years.
31 years.
Yes.
It was really nice to see these the team last year and the year before turn that around and beat Tybee once on their home field too. Just nothing better than finally giving it to the bully.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it looks like they're just about ready for the national anthem down on the field. That is the Lockhart High School Choir, and it will be the Lockhart High School Air Force JROTC presenting the colors.
They're waiting for one more singer, so while they're waiting for that, we'll cut off our mics and turn up the crowd mic as we get ready for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Basement Field, gentlemen, remove your hats for the presentation of our nation's colors by the LHS Air Force Junior ROTC Color Guard. Commanding the Color Guard is Cadet First Lieutenant Hannah Rincon. And now the singing of our national anthem by the LHS Choir. The LHS Choir is directed by Ms. Caitlin Sonny.
And great job by the Lockhart High School choir. You know, each week we have the choir and the ROTC out there, and each week I neglect to get you the names of the teachers or the guys in ROTC. I promise you for the next home game, I will have the information about the choir and the Air Force JROTC flag bearers.
There is, as we got 3:55 left to go here in the Kreitz Market pregame show. As we head to kickoff, we'll have the coin toss, and we'll give you the captains of Lehman. But real quick for the Lockhart Lions, captain's going to be number 21, Nathaniel Gonzalez. Number 75, Sal Hinojosa. Number 1, Gage Deutsch. And number 55, Dylan Ovalle. We got 2 seniors and 2 juniors.
And over there on the Lehman side, they're going to have big number 65, Asher McCain. He's a sophomore offensive lineman and defensive lineman. Then they're going to have, looks like, number 1, Colin Gunderson. He's going to be a senior wide receiver and defensive back. And then they got their quarterback, Gunnar Winnicki. He's a junior, and he plays quarterback and defensive back. And their last captain is going to be number 54, Moses Juarez, senior offensive and defensive lineman. And you can hear out there on the crowd mic as always, that's big Rob Ortiz doing the PA for the house. He's in his second year doing it, doing a great job.
Good crowd for the Lockhart fans over here. It's getting pretty full.
While we're waiting on this coin toss, James, one thing I'd love to get your take on, because I know you're a big NFL guy. What do you think of the new kickoff in the NFL?
Not a fan.
I'm not a fan either. Well, and the whole, you know.
I'm the opposite. I love it.
See, but the onside kick, see, that's my thing.
That's
I want to be
able
I want to be able to open my game with the onside kick and nobody know it's coming. And, you know, I don't know. How do they do it now if they want onside? I don't even know.
It has to be the fourth quarter now.
So they can only do it in the fourth quarter. And then, obviously, they're going to know, right?
They have to announce it, too.
God, that stinks.
Yeah.
That's the only one. What do you think about it, James?
It looks weird when you're watching it on TV, because at first I was like, you know, they kick it off, and it looks like they're just frozen, like nobody's moving.
You're like, the TV's not working?
It's a
like,
glitch.
what's going on?
Yeah, there's a glitch going on.
When I first saw it, I was like, what in the XFL is going on here?
Yeah, watching a lot of XFL and what's the other one they used?
USFL.
And I got used to it.
I enjoyed the USFL in the offseason last year. It was a great filler to get you, from season to season.
It was awesome. I loved it.
We do a lot of softball, but, I've always said I love softball. I love coaching softball, but it's my bridge between football seasons.
It looks like the Lockhart Lions will be kicking the ball away as they will receive the second half kickoff.
Expect Lehman Lobos to come out when their first play of the last couple games of little bubble screens to tailback. We'll see if they continue that.
And back deep to return the kick is going to be number 0, Neon Guzman, and number 1, Colton Gunderson. They'll be back deep to receive the kick as our very own number 11, Evan Estrada, will be kicking the ball off.
Yeah, he had quite a few touchbacks last week. He's been kicking the ball great.
There's really no breeze out here today, and Estrada will get the district season started here at Lions Field. And that'll be fielded by Gunderson about the 6-yard line. He'll bring it upfield. He's going to be brought down from behind on a great tackle.
Great coverage there.
Yeah, good job. That's going to be number 16, Keelan Lyles out there, junior wide receiver and DB, making his name known on special teams right off the bat. He had a few tackles on special teams a week before last as well, so Lyles doing a great job on special teams.
As the Lehman Lobos coming out straight from the sideline, straight to the line of scrimmage. They'll have the ball first down and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
And you can see right away Lehman's got some size at the receiver position. That's Gunderson on the near side.
And Gunnar Winnicki at quarterback. Running back offset to the right side, and he'll hand it off to the running back, and again right into the backfield.
Good stuff.
Yeah, he stood up immediately. That's going to be Portillo and Malik Hill combining. Hill got him first, and Portillo grabbed a hold of him and pushed him back. No gain on the first play for the Lobos.
No huddle.
They're looking to go quick. We'll see with them running no huddle if Lockhart elects to flip to the strength or just stick with the base.
So we go second down and 10. Quick throw. The bubble screen out there is going to be caught by Gunderson.
And gang tackling once again by the Lockhart Lions.
And Bob Estrada leading the way with initial contact.
Brings up a third down.
And he was joined once again by Scott and Portillo on that play. Well, Coach, they didn't do it on the first play, but they sure brought it out on the second play.
That was good enough for 5 yards. That'll make it 3rd down and 5 for the Lehman Lobos.
You better believe Coach knows what he's talking about.
Zane Barber in the backfield, the freshman for the Lobos.
He is the leading rusher for this Lobos team.
This is their favorite formation here.
As they'll have a man in motion, that's going to be Guzman. And Winnicki will roll out to his left side and underthrows his receiver, Guzman, who was wide open.
He was open.
Yeah, he was under pressure there from both outside linebackers. And those outside linebackers for Lockhart at the drop position, you got Caden Roland Brighton. At the Sam position, that's going to be Miguel Portillo. If you're curious about being able to tell the strength of this defense, Portillo is the Sam linebacker. So whichever side Portillo's on, he's number 14. That's going to be the strong side of the defense.
Yeah, the Lobos will be punting the ball away, and back deep, standing at his own 47-yard line, is going to be My Time Gonzalez. And it's going to be a high punt, end over end. And it's going to take a sand wedge bounce back as it bounced at the 49-yard line in Lobo territory.
Well, Lockhart's going to start off with great field position for their first drive after the defense comes out and sets up stout. Looking good.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to mark it at the 49-yard line in Lockhart territory, but it was touched in Lobo territory.
Coach talked about them running that bubble screen on their first play. You know, that's a play you keep coming back to because if the guy misses, there's nobody behind him.
Yes, sir.
So while it's a throw behind the line of scrimmage, it's a high percentage, and it's dangerous, too, because if he breaks that one tackle, your safety's got a lot of ground to cover to bring him down.
Look for Lockhart to try to establish the running game here.
And on the short side of the field, we'll have receivers George McGee and Wes Abel.
Officials are talking.
And without a microphone on them, nobody knows what they're talking about, especially us up here.
Well, you can see Coach Mabus out there talking to the official, clearly
Spotted the ball.
Clearly upset. So it looks like.
Well, they're saying that Lockhart may have touched the ball.
So they're saying on the bounce back that it touched the ball, but it clearly hit number 24 for the Lobos in the chest. And Lockhart player, none of them reacted like it had hit him at all. I mean, it looked pretty clear that it bounced directly into number 24's chest. But this ain't college, and there ain't no replay. So it'll be first and down at the 50 for the Lobos. And Coach Mabus is furious, and he has every right to be.
All right, so it's Lobo football at the 49-yard line in line territory. High snap, and they're going to go for a reverse to Guzman. Going around the far side, got room to run. Has to get around one defender. That's Avery Ibada, as Ibada will run him out of bounds.
So after a lucky break, Lehman goes to the trickeration early. And only their fourth play of the game. And that'll get them a first down and set them up with the ball on the 37-yard line of the Lions. So the Lions kind of have to regroup here after that penalty.
Yeah, Barber in the backfield behind Winnicki. Yeah, high snap. Great job by the quarterback to bring it down as Barber tries to get around the outside, and he's going to be brought down.
No room to run.
And no gain on the run.
As Santiguera was the first one there, and he was joined by a host of Lions.
Lions definitely winning the line of scrimmage.
And speaking of line of scrimmage, you got up front big Julian Benavidez. He's the anchor on that defensive line. He's going to be joined out there by junior Parker Connor. And then Malik Hill, who already made his presence felt with the tackle for a loss.
As we got 9:35 left to go here in the Quantum Towing first quarter. Winnicki in shotgun formation. High snap, drops back, throws over here towards the near side. That's going to be caught.
Oh,
and he'll lose a football, and that's going to be recovered by the Lockhart Lions.
And that's Dylan White poking the ball out more. Miguel Portillo jumping on it to give the ball back to the Lions. So after the Lions get an unlucky break on a punt that may or may not have touched one of their players, Lockhart defense goes out and gets the ball right back. Great job there by junior Dylan White to wrap him up and just keep pawing at that ball until he was able to get it out.
So replay of that fumble as Portillo falls on top of it.
And Portillo hits the gong, and that's the first turnover of the night for the Lions. And so not as good field position now, Sarge, but we'll take it.
We will, as Caden Mavis is in shotgun formation. Gonzalez offset to the left side. Gonzalez will get the ball. Goes around the right side, got room to run. Picks
First
up
down.
big yardage for a first down.
And we talked about it pregame. I think if Mai Tai can heat up tonight, and that right there is a good start. But I think if he can heat up, he could potentially have a huge game tonight.
Great block there at the end. I know I can't tell if it was the tight end or the tackle, but good job.
As you see the replay, Gonzalez running around the right side. Great blocking on the edge. First down and 10 for the Lions at the 44-yard line. And once again, Gonzalez, this time he'll come around the near side. Great blocking in front.
Parker
High
Connor
steps a defender, and Connor
pancaked him. I mean, well, and he did it. He got to him so quick, pancaked him so early, and then moved on that defensive player was able to get back up and get in the mix as Connor got out there in a hurry with a big hit and a big block. Look at this block Connor throws. Boom! And then that guy's able to roll and get back up, and he's actually one that slows my time down enough for number 2 to get a hold of him and throw him out of bounds.
CD over here sounding like John Madden.
Whoop! Maybe a Chris Berman later.
3 receivers up top, first down and 10 at the 45-yard line in Lobo territory. Why not give it to Gonzalez? He tries to take it around the outside. He'll cut it up, and he might have picked up a yard on the play.
Not much there, not much there.
Lobos did a much better job setting the edge there and keeping Gonzalez contained, forcing him back inside where the big boys are able to bring him down.
And that's going to be led by number 65, Asher McCain. And on the stop for the Lobos, leading the way. As we see Wesley Abel checking out of the game. And we'll have George McGee coming in. And he'll head over to the far sideline where
We'll join Deutsch.
Yeah, Gage Deutsch. Of course, Mr. Deutsch was one of our guests last night, being interviewed during the freshman football game.
Hate that I missed Gage. That's a really good kid, raised right.
Okay, what we need to do now, we need to go quick. We can't let them get it lined up and get adjusted.
Well, there's a penalty flag that was thrown by the back judge. Delay game on the offense, so that's going to push them back 5. So instead of 2nd down and 9, it's going to bring up 2nd down and 14.
And that's not on Mavis, the quarterback, because he's waiting for the play to come in by the sideline. So just got to get that play in a lot quicker. They'll stick with the play from before. Whatever they called is what they're running.
And we'll have the dynamic duo in the backfield. And Roland will get his first carry of the night. He goes right up the middle, and he'll pick up about a yard before it's finally brought down by a host of linemen on the front line.
You see that, Coach? They're selling out against the run. Lobos on that play. They had 6 men down in a stance, and they're selling out to try to stop my time. But if he gets past that first level, look out. It's trouble.
And not only that, you don't want to leave Gage Joyce out there one-on-one with the defender.
We'll take that as well, yeah.
Yes.
And this offense does have an RPO option to it.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 14. They'll have 2 receivers up top, rolling in the backfield, offset to the right side of Mavis.
It's Trips up top, 3 receivers.
Oh, it's Trips.
There you go.
And that one's going to be thrown deep over the right side. And a diving attempt by Wesley Abel, unable to bring it down.
We'll give you a replay of that real quick.
But
what
you
an
got to
effort.
love the effort on that one.
Oh, man. Abel goes up and tries to get it just beyond the reach of his fingers, as we'll take a look at that here again. Oh, great protection, giving Mavis time to let that one loose.
Yes, he had a lot of time.
And I mean just out of the reach of Abel. And that'll bring up 4th down. It'll be a punting situation. And that'll bring Estrada onto the field.
Yeah, 4th down and 14.
Rugby-style kick.
He'll
And a
get that
good one.
off.
Oh,
It's going to take a roll right into the
A little
end
bit too
zone.
much.
Yeah, it's going to be a touchback. Almost looked like Estrada wanted to run with it.
I mean, that's a 50-yard rugby kick right there. I mean, and imagine he does that from the 20, how far that thing will roll if they don't pick it up.
And right now, let's take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with more Lockhart Lion football right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
If you find yourself on the side of the road or in an accident, call Quantum Towing and Recovery at 512-295-8697. Quantum Towing has been a family-owned business since 2000. We offer 24-hour towing and recovery service for your vehicle. With 4 locations to serve you in Kyle, San Marcos, Luling, and Lockhart. Quantum Towing is only a phone call away.
They're quick.
And we are back in the Quantum Towing first quarter. It'll be a sweep coming around the near side.
Good pursuit.
Perfect technique by Portillo on the strong side linebacker. Comes up the field, takes on the outside shoulder of the blocker, and then able to get off his block and get inside to make the tackle. And if you're a young linebacker, you want to play outside linebacker, you just watch number 14 on this one.
None better.
I mean, he attacks the blocker and then makes the tackle. You just can't do it any better than that.
So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Lobos. Guzman in motion, coming down towards the near side. High snap as Winnicki brings it down. And that's going to be thrown to the near sideline to Colton Gunderson. Out of bounds, incomplete.
Dangerous throw into traffic.
Man, had a defender right there almost ready to pick it off, and that was Dylan White. Had to bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Lobos. And I do want to give a shout out to Mr. Bishop and his studio film crew, as they are providing the video for tonight's broadcast of Lockhart Lion football here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Try and give you some score updates of other district games in the area as soon as they get updated. But 3rd and 7 coming up. Winnicki gets the snap, drops back, throws right over the middle. That one's going to be tipped by Santiago Guerra and almost picked off by Portillo.
Guerra not the tallest on the field, but he definitely got up to get his hand on that ball. And, yeah, Portillo had a chance at it.
Too tall Guerra there.
Great job by Guerra, just drop it into his zone, you know.
And here's that play right there to break up the pass on 3rd and 7. So great job by Portillo. Santiago Guerra. That'll bring up 4th and 7.
And it'll be my time back once again. We didn't get to see him return the first one.
And I'm pretty sure they don't want to see him return the ball at all.
I do. I could have brought a little pressure.
That was going to be fair caught by Gonzalez at the 49-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 50. And the Lockhart Lions will have their 2nd possession of the night.
Back and forth we go. Quick pace here with both teams haven't had the ball already. A little bit of a defensive battle, but I think that only lasts so long, huh, Coach?
Yes.
It might work in the first quarter. Everyone's fresh. Someone's going to get tired here pretty eventually.
And, James, what are your thoughts so far? We have 6:02 left to go here in the Quantum Towing first quarter.
Yeah, like Thomas said, it's going pretty quick, back and forth. It's like a defensive game right now.
I feel like we're getting a lot more football out of the first quarter than we did last week, because after the first possession last week, first quarter was like halfway gone.
All right, so here we go. First down and 10 for the Lockhart Lions. Rolling in the backfield. He'll get the handoff coming around towards the near side. Cuts it up to the middle. And it's going to be spun around by number 15, but he'll pick up 5 yards on the run. And that's Noah Saavedra, senior for the Lobos, coming up with the stop.
2nd and 5.
Late substitution coming in for the Lobos.
Okay, we need to go now.
And Lobos have 9 men in the box selling out here to stop the run.
And Roland will get the handoff. Does a little Ezekiel Elliott jump step. Picks up 2 yards.
Makes up 3rd down.
3rd down and 3.
Yes, Lockhart's still having some success, even though they had 9 men in the box on that play. You know, at some point that's going to open up something on the outside. It is just too much talent in the wide receiver core to guard a man-to-man every play and not give one up eventually.
So we'll have McGee and Deutsch up at top. My time in the backfield. They'll fake the handoff to him, throws over to Deutsch, and that one's going to be tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Penalty.
See what the call is.
Personal foul.
Defense.
On the defense.
All right.
As we'll take a look at that last play.
Didn't tell us what the personal foul was, just that it was a personal foul.
Oh, it's going to be a hand to the helmet, a hit to the helmet on Caden Mavis. That's going to be the personal fouls. And it's a big penalty on the Lobos defensively. That gives the Lockhart Lions a fresh set of downs and way into Lobo territory where it'll be first down and 10 at the 28. Inside handoff to Gonzalez, breaks through an arm tackle, still pumping them legs.
Good.
And he'll pick up 9 yards on the run.
Good tough run by Gonzalez.
Yeah, just straight ahead football. Put your head down, follow your blocker. Nice and patient, too, getting in tucked behind them blockers.
Let's take a look at that run once again.
Follow your blockers till the hole opens up. It'll lead you to victory.
Yes, second down and 1, a long one coming up. Gonzalez still in the backfield behind Mavis. McGee and Deutsch up top. They'll hand it off to Gonzalez and wind out. He comes around the near side.
Go.
Gets around the edge, cuts it up, and finally going to be knocked out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
And big stiff arm by Gonzalez on Gunderson. And Coach, we talked about it. They're stacking the box against a run. They're bringing a run blitz, trying to plug every gap. So where does my time go? Bumps it outside.
And that's going to bring up first down and go from the 4 as we take a look at that replay.
Young man has great vision, TD.
He sure does. And a great stiff arm.
Okay, go now.
So first down and go. Rolling in the backfield. He'll get the handoff right up the middle and pumps his feet into the end zone for a Lockhart Lion touchdown.
And we're here in the first quarter. We've got 3 minutes, 55 seconds left to go, and Lockhart will take the lead 6-0. It'll be 7-0 if Estrada's successful with this extra point.
Estrada will be kicking. Deutsch on the hold. Snap is back, hold is down, the kick is up, and it is good.
Excellent.
As we take a quick look at that touchdown run. Oh, my apologies, I hit the wrong button. Well, take it from us. It was a 4-yard touchdown run by Nathan Rowland with 3:55 left to go here in the Quantum Towing first quarter. Lockhart Lions 7, Lehman Lobos 0.
Well, I think you can credit the Lockhart defense as much as you can the offense, because the defense has done a great job stopping Lehman 2-3 times so far in the first quarter. Yeah, it's looking like Colton Gunderson, number 1 for them. He's that player that just doesn't really come off the field very much. So he just stayed out there. He's receiver on offense, defensive back on defense, and return man on special teams.
3:55 left in the first quarter.
As Estrada will be set to kick this one away. And it's going to be a little miscommunication fielded by number 1, Gunderson.
Did you guys see the shoe fly? I thought it was like second football or something. I saw the shoe just fly in the air down there while Gunderson was bringing the ball back. Good coverage by the Lions. They keep Gunderson short of the 20. He only made it to the 19.
See what their plan of attack for Lehman is this series.
We're just going to get our scoreboard reconnected and updated real quick for you folks at home.
There we go. So 7-0. Lehman Lobos have the ball. This is actually their 4th possession of the first quarter. And they'll fake the handoff to the running back and not fooling anybody on the front line for the Lockhart Lions.
No, Caden Roland Bride at that drop linebacker position. He was waiting for him.
And great hustle by Miles Carter on the outside also.
And Carter and Benavidez, they're kind of that 1-2 punch for Lockhart. I really like anytime they get those two in the game at the same time. That's about the biggest amount of beef that Lockhart can put in there.
Benavidez is a handful.
Well, then you put Carter beside him, and someone's coming free because you can only double team one of them on that side.
So
High
second and
snap.
10, high snap, and great job by the quarterback Winnicki to hang on to it, but the Lockhart Lions defense is ruthless.
Oh, he recovered.
And that's going to be Malik Hill with the sack.
Just pursuit from this Lockhart Lions defense, just swarming to the ball. And I mean, they've been doing it play after play here. You see, once again, you got 4 Lions in the backfield right in his face. No time to recover from that mistake. And now it's 3rd and a mile.
And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 22. Or as Kent Riddle would say, 3rd down and a magician.
Yeah. I like that.
And when he gets the snap, rolls to his right side, looking to throw back over the middle.
Ooh.
And just outside the outstretched hands of his intended receiver.
And he was going down. That would have been a little short.
Good throw.
Yeah. And I know as a coach, you're probably thinking that don't throw it across your body across the field.
But that's something he does a lot, Sarge. Like I said, he reminds me of little Johnny Manziel. He's just all over the field, running around, trying to scramble and trying to find somebody that's open.
Well, and he does do a real good job of getting his feet set, getting his hips turned all the way back into that throw. So he's not moving to his right and throwing back to his left. Does a good job of getting stopped. And I think smart play call getting him on the move and roll out there.
And my time Gonzalez is going to be set up at the Lobo 40-yard line. That was going to be almost over the head of the punter, but great job to get it away. And it's going to take a bounce.
Yes.
Right around the 26-yard line. It'll go out of bounds at the 30.
Great field position.
Next time they punt, look for, anytime they go in motion, they're going to punt that way. They try to overload that side of the field.
So the Lockhart Lions are going to have the best field possession of the night for either team at their 30-yard line to start off their drive with 2:07 left to go in the Quantum Towing first quarter.
And Lockhart got it done on the ground last time with my time as well as Roland, both putting in work in that last drive.
Good field position here for the Lions. Got to take advantage of it.
Rolling in motion,
Play
dropping
action.
back, throwing over towards the near sideline to Deutsch, and in and out of the hands of Gage Deutsch on great pressure, great coverage out there on the near sideline by number 1.
I love the play action fake too. Great play action. I mean, my eyeballs were following running backs until he was.
It seemed like it went through Gage's hands and hit him in the knees.
Well, one of the things I like the most about that play is this young quarterback going through his progressions. You saw it. You had the play fake, then you had the bubble route that was his second choice, and then he said, "You know what? I'm going to go deep with this one." I really like seeing that he's working.
Good job of sitting his feet also on that throw.
Yeah.
2nd and 10, hand off to Gonzalez over the right side. Room to run, gets the corner, cuts it over the middle, breaking a couple of tackles, and into the end zone for another Lockhart Lion touchdown.
And Gonzalez puts one on the board. That's the second one for the Lockhart running backs. And he'll go over 50 yards on the night with that carry so far. And we're still in the first quarter. We've got 1 minute and 50 seconds left. We talked about it early. We said if he can heat up, he could potentially have a huge game. He's well over 50 yards, and we're just in the first quarter, folks. We could see my time get a 200-yard game in tonight. At least that's where the numbers are trending.
He was not going down. He was going to score. He saw the end zone and said, nope, there I go.
A snap is back, hold is down, the kick is up, and it is good. And just like that, the Lockhart Lions extend the lead 14-0 with 1:50 left to go here in the Quantum Towing first quarter. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with more Lockhart Lion football right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
My name is Nathaniel Gonzalez, also known as My Time Gonzalez on the football field.
Same formation.
Same play.
Hand off to Gonzalez. He got room to run across his midfield to the 40, the 30, the 20, 10. End zone, touchdown, Gonzalez.
When I'm not on the football field, I run a small Christian brand with 2 of my friends, Sam Mancius and Gabby Longoria. This allows us to spread our Lord and Savior's message. We make shirts, shorts, sweaters, cut-off hoodies, car decals, and drawstrings backpack. My design is to have a unique verse of your choosing on the back of the shirt or hoodie. If you would like to support Stay Holy, scan the QR code and check out what we have. Or for more info, you can send us an email to stayholy21@gmail.com. If Jesus could do it all, we could try. God bless and go Lions.
And we are back as the Lockhart Lions will be kicking the ball away. Evan Estrada kicks it deep. And it's going to be fielded right about the 1 yard line by Gunderson. He brings it upfield.
Still going.
And then he's finally going to be chased out of bounds.
A little bit better return that time by Gunderson.
And let's take a quick look at that touchdown run by Nathaniel Gonzalez, My Time Gonzalez, as we get James Santa Cruz thought on this play.
So here we go. They're going to hand it off. He's going to take it to the right. He's going to cut up field to the left. Two tackles that he got out of right there. And after that, it was clear space right into the end zone.
Yeah, some running backs got wiggle. Some running backs got shoulder pads and knees. My Time's got a little bit of both, and that's what I really like. He'll run you over, or he might juke you out of your shoes. You just never know what's coming.
And one thing I like that he did, TD, is when he came to the sidelines, he thanked all of his offensive linemen.
Oh, yeah.
That's beautiful.
And another reverse.
We're not fooled this time.
Oh, he'll get away from one guy, but not from the rest of the Lockhart Lions group. But great job by I believe that was number 25.
To slow him down, yes.
Joseph Zarita slowed him down enough.
Well, that's it on a reverse, right? Just slow him down.
And Guzman was unable to get away from the rest of the group.
And then, it was. You say he gets away from one, but he didn't get away from the other 6 that were there waiting for him. But Zarita makes that happen by getting in the backfield and slowing him down.
I tell you what, Lehman's scrambling right now to get something to work.
And it looks like they're going 4 wide receivers this time.
Yeah, second down and 14. Zanicki gets the
Quick
high
snap.
snap, quick throw, and a big hit on the far side
Footsteps.
to jar the ball loose.
Big third and long.
And that's going to be Avery Ibarra with a big hit out there. So I have to go side and get your kidneys checked after a hit like that. Lockhart defense playing lights out.
57 seconds left in the first quarter.
A little bit of trouble from the center to the quarterback that they've had for the Lobos. Some high snaps.
Santi Guerra giving them a lot to look at. I like that.
And Winnicki gets the snap, fakes the handoff, play action.
25 center.
Zarita all over the quarterback, and quarterback having to throw it out.
Yeah, he just threw that away.
That's second time Zarita gets penetration from the linebacker spot, gets into the backfield quick, and puts pressure on, and that's going to be another 4th down. They'll have to punt it away again.
Take a look at that play. Zarita practically almost untouched, runs right by the lineman.
That's just a little bit of a delayed blitz and waits till he finds a hole and shoots right through it. And he's got the speed to get there.
And this is going to be the 5th punt for the Lehman Lobos here in the first quarter. Or 4th punt, excuse me.
Ooh,
and the Lions are going to block this one.
Pick it up.
And
there
it's going to be recovered in the end zone for a Lockhart Lion touchdown.
And they saw something on the previous 2 punts that told them it was a great idea to go for that block. One snap was high and the second one was mishandled, and the coach picked up on that. That is as much credit to the coach on that block as it is to the players that made it happen. Great job by Lockhart special teams.
Block.
Have to give credit to the defensive coordinator, Coach Faith, on that.
Yeah, he saw the first 2. He saw an opening, and he took advantage of it. And just like that, Lockhart has busted this one wide open. And we're not even out of the first quarter.
I didn't see who recovered in the end zone as yet. We'll probably run the replay again, but it was Aiden Scott with the block. Snap is back. Hold is down. The kick is up, and it is good.
I think it's someone who's on the field because
Yeah,
nobody's hit the gong yet.
And it's 44.3 seconds left to go here in the Quanto Towing first quarter. Let's take a look at that punt block once again.
And they don't even send the house on this. It's just a few guys from the outside getting in there and making it happen.
And here's that replay of the block once again. Aiden Scott with the block, and we'll see who recovered the ball in the end zone. That was Aiden Scott with the block.
And Portillo.
And Portillo with his second recovery, this time for 6.
And Portillo having a great game already, and we're not even out of the first quarter.
So the Lockhart Lions scored 23 points last week, Coach, and 7 the week before, for a total of 30 points here in the first quarter. With 44.3 seconds left to go in the Quantum Towing first quarter, Lockhart's already put up 21 points.
James, you play Madden ever?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And this is the reason I'm not allowed to coach, because you know what I do right here? Onside kick. Let's go. Just keep it going. And Estrada does have some onside kicks in his repertoire for sure. He boots this one deep.
And it'll be fielded by number 1 once again. He'll bring it around towards the near side. And once again, the great pressure and pursuit of the special teams of the Lockhart Lions.
But, Coach, let's talk about that a little bit. So we've seen 2 kickoffs in a row where number 1's fielding the ball. And which way is he moving when he fields it? Backwards, right?
Yes.
That's got to be a no-no from the special team side, I would imagine, starting the play off with your momentum going backwards.
And
Well, they're trying to get something going, some kind of spark or something, because right now the Lehman is flat. They can't get it. No, there's no success anywhere, nothing.
Trying to get the fire lit.
Exactly,
And their kindling's
exactly.
all wet.
Yeah, and they're flat because you got to give credit where credit's due. The Lockhart Lions defense is like, man, where's these guys? Where they been at? They're coming out here and they're playing a tremendous first quarter of football. And we still got a lot of football game left to go. But, man, I'll tell you what, the momentum is definitely on the Lockhart Lions side of things.
Yeah, we're still in the first quarter.
Yeah, when Nicky gets the snap, throws it out here to the near side to Guzman.
Good tackle.
And what an open field tackle. Was that number 9 with the stop,
Yes,
Dylan
it
White?
was. Dylan White. Excellent tackle. I think they're going to let the quarter run out.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that last play as we're down to 5 seconds left to go. And this is the last play of the Quantum Towing first quarter, and a big hit by Dylan White.
And this is the first home game, and it's the first home game for the camera crew. Run the cameras out there, high school students.
And we're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with your Shields AC and Heating second quarter right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Shields AC and Heating is a small family-owned business located here in Lockhart, Texas. You can count on us for all your air conditioning and heating repairs. Here at Shields AC and Heating we service commercial and residential HVAC system as well as refrigeration, ice machines and walk-in coolers. So, if you're in need of commercial or residential AC repairs, you can count on Shields AC and Heating to be there for you by calling us at 512-227-1219. We take pride in your comfort.
And we are back here. Lockhart on defense. It'll be second down and 8. Lehman driving out of their own territory. He'll take the snap. It's going to be a quick pass out.
Quick
this
slant.
side.
Oh, nice.
Incomplete.
And just as quick as the pass was, so was the defensive coverage from number 5, Aiden Scott, out there for the Lions.
I tell you what, Aiden Scott's won defensive player of the game for us the last 2 weeks. He may win it again tonight. So, TD.
He's definitely putting his name in the hat for contention. And really, couldn't do a better job of replacing who he's replaced from last year was Trey Brown, who just really played a great safety for Lockhart. So big shoes to fill for Scott, his second year on varsity.
High snap.
There's that bubble screen you talked about earlier, Coach.
Yes.
Lockhart swarms it once
One thing
again.
those high snaps do, they throw the timing off every play that you're trying to run.
Absolutely. Your momentum starts towards the sky instead of down the field. And we saw it right there. Just puts a little hitch in that bubble screen. And, Coach, that's a play. It's got to be smooth to work,
Yes.
right?
Yes, sir.
There's no version of that play where you're late and it still comes off good.
Fourth down here. back to punt.
And look how deep he is after that last punt got blocked. He's a couple extra steps deep, and he's still backing up. And it'll be my time back to return it again.
And this one's going to be kicked and in over
good
in,
roll
and
for
a
them.
beautiful roll
Wow.
for the Lehman Lobos.
Lobos got a good roll.
Well, as good as the Lockhart offense is doing, that's just going to add to the offensive stats. Get a little more room to, get you a good 85-yard drive in. And we don't have exact stats, but Mr. My Time, he is well over 50 yards as he's broken off one run of 22 and another one of 23 yards. And he had a couple other, 10, 9, 8-yard runs in there. So he's well over 50 yards.
And I'm pretty sure we'll get an update from Mr. Kyle Moody from the Lockhart Post-Register. Of course, he rides along with us to the away games with Coach and I.
Yeah, he rides shotgun.
Well, not only does he do a great job writing for the Post-Register, the man is a statistician and does a great job keeping stats and providing us with stats to share with you folks at home.
All right, rolling in the backfield. He'll get the handoff. He'll bounce it around, breaks through an arm tackle, shakes off another tackle. It's going to be a foot race as he crosses the 40.
It ain't a race.
And nobody's going to catch rolling, and he's going to be into the end zone with another Lockhart Lion touchdown of 85 yards.
There's that 85 yards of stats I was just talking about. Tack it on there, and Lockhart goes well over 100 yards rushing for the first time. And Sarge tries to leave the coach hanging on our touchdown high five.
We got a tradition here. We do high fives where every time Lockhart scores a touchdown, and Sarge forgot about me.
Well, and we talked about they're selling out against the run. They're putting 8, 9 men in the box. It's all well and good until you miss them on that first level, and then there's just really no one there to help. And with the speed of Rolling Bright, Sarge called it a foot race, but it was more like little kids chasing their big brother.
No catching him.
Snap is back, hold is down, the kick is up, and it is good. And just like that, first actual play from the line of scrimmage for the Lockhart Lions here in the Shields AC and Heating second quarter ends in an 85-yard touchdown run.
Let's take a look at that one more time, Sarge.
I caught the tail end of that one right there.
That's the first time we've been able to see Roland's just open field speed where he's really gotten out in the open like that. And after seeing him hit that top gear, man, if he gets loose, there's not a lot of people that are going to be able to run him down.
And it's got to be disheartening as a defensive squad for the Lobos, TD. Like you said, they're stacking 9 in the box. And if that running back gets out of that box, just like you mentioned earlier, he's gone.
Well, I tell you what, James, you picked a great game to come to because Lockhart is blowing this one open. It is 28-0, and we're still in the second quarter. What do you think about this Lions team so far?
They're looking pretty explosive, man, especially with that run.
Man, I'm telling you, they have improved each week. They took losses in the first 2 games against tough opponents for sure. And even last week against San Antonio Southwest, I don't think the score was real indicative of how the game went as it was a couple late touchdowns. But Lockhart really hung with them and showed some real good things. Their defense stopped them 5 or 6 times. And the defense is what really I saw a lot of improvement.
And one thing I mentioned in the Christ Market pregame show, Lockhart has to play 4 complete quarters of football because make no mistake, Lehman could get right back into this one should Lockhart, start to think, oh, we got this one and try to take the foot off the brake or foot off the gas, so to say.
Well, if Lockhart doesn't ease up off that gas, we could have a running clock when we get to the second half.
And that's going to be fielded at the 20-yard line. And instead of going north to west, they go east to, or north to south, they go east to west. And that one's going to be returned by Noah Ruiz.
And that is the first kickoff of the year from Estrada that I would say is a bit short. I mean, that's the first time he's been, anywhere near the 20. So he's been doing a great job all year. Don't expect that to happen too many times.
Hey, I wanted to say real quick, my Green Bay Packers are desperately in need of a kicker. So all of the field goal kicks from Evan Estrada have been right down the middle.
There you go.
The cheeseheads.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
of course, unfortunately, Jordan Love went down on practically almost the last play of the game.
Yep.
And it's like, Aaron, come back.
Yeah.
Then again, after last week's performance, I don't know if Aaron's going to come back after that Achilles torn Achilles as well.
He said, "No, I'm not."
James is a diehard Packers fan living in a sea of blue.
Yeah, hand off to the running back. And some positive yardage for the Lehman Lobos.
You ever feel like Tom Hanks in Castaway, like you're on an island, an island filled with Cowboy fans?
Oh, yeah. Getting a full mouth from my family for.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
up.
And me from time to time.
Oh, yeah.
We got at least one update on the Dave Campbell's Texas football app. Austin Anderson 3, College Station Cougars 14, and they're in the second quarter with 11:47 left to go in that first half. Still no score for the Hawks versus the Hawks. Pflugerville versus Buda. And handoff going around the right side. Nice run by Barber. Picking up some positive yardage, almost getting a first down out of it. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 2.
Going to be 3rd and short.
As the Lobos are spreading it out, one receiver up top, 2 to the bottom. Barber in the backfield, offset to the left side of Winnicki. 3rd and 2. And that mishandled on the handoff, and that one's going to be recovered by Santiago Guerra.
When it rains, it pours, and sometimes it hails. And that's what's happening to Lehman right now. Just nothing going right for the Lehman Lobos, and everything going the Lockhart Lions' way as Santiago Guerra will come down. He'll grab that hammer, and he will smash that gong.
Good job by Guerra protecting the plate there, Sarge, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
The catcher went down there, bounced, got it off the chest.
Is there a backstory behind the gong?
No, Coach Mavis brought in, I think, in his 2nd or 3rd year.
Right, first year.
Or first year.
He brought it in the first year.
Yeah, and it's, different teams have turnover chains. Some have the axe, and Lockhart has the gong.
So here we go, 9:13 left to go here in the Shields AC and Heating second quarter. Lockhart Lions have the ball in excellent field position.
Quick slant.
And that's going to be a quick throw to Gage Doyce on a slant, and he'll take it to the outside, and he's going to be brought down by a few Lobos, but that's going to be good for a first down. That's going to be Gage Doyce.
First completion.
First completion.
Of the night. He's been targeted once, wasn't able to get to it. He catches the second time he's targeted, and just like always with Deutsch, he refused to go down to the first man.
We have timeout.
We got an injury timeout on the far sideline.
Such a good job after catch.
There he
goes.
goes.
This ball behind him, and he uses it to change directions, gets out of the first tackle, and it takes 3 more to get him down.
Oh, yeah, great adjustment on that as well, as we'll take another look at it.
Well, and then not just that the ball's behind him, but he's like, okay, well, we'll take it that way. That's the way his momentum turned him, and he went with it.
Unfortunately, the man that made the tackle was the young man that's down, getting worked on.
All right, well, while they'll have an injury timeout, we'll take a quick timeout as well. We'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion football right here on the Lions Pride Sport broadcast.
Meitler Plumbing LLC is the one to call on for your plumbing service work in Lockhart and Caldwell County. Call Darren Meitler from Meitler Plumbing at 512-398-3146. Darren has been with the family business for over 30 years and has been voted best plumber in Caldwell County numerous times. Master licensed and bonded. So, for any plumbing issues, call Meitler Plumbing for your plumbing service. Darren Meitler is also a 1989 Lockhart alumni and football captain for Lockhart Lions. Go Lions! Once a Lion, always a Lion.
Is the halftime extended because of Bandorama?
No, they just did the before game deal. Yeah.
There's a district rule how long you can go.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we are back, 1st and 10 for the Lockhart Lions.
Little
That's going to be a double reverse as Gage Deutsch brings it around the near side.
Oh, Gage.
Stays on his feet. Wow. Gets around the edge, and he's going to be chased out of bounds at around the 16-yard line.
And, Coach, you thought just the same thing I did, and somehow he puts that hand down.
Yes, he did.
And I'll tell you what, he ran 25 yards to get 2. Looks like a gain of 3. Good job saving it. I'm telling you, he does not like to go down. He just doesn't like the ground, I think.
Yeah, there's nothing but rubber pellets down there. So big 3-yard gain for Gage Deutsch on a double reverse, 2nd down and 7 for the Lions. They'll fake the handoff to Gonzalez, and it'll be Mavis straight up the middle and into the end zone for a Lockhart Lion touchdown.
And what a great design draw there. After handing it off over and over to the running back, all eyes are on the running back, and it makes it super easy for Mavis just to fake that handoff. Running back even picks up a block, and then Mavis says, just take it right up the middle. Really, Mavis made it look easy.
Very easy.
Here's that play once again.
He's a very good athlete.
That's a perfect zone read right there. He held it just long enough to get that defensive end to commit to my time, pulls it right at the right time, and puts 6 on the board for Lockhart.
Evan Estrada back to kick the extra point. Snap is back, hold it down, the kick is up, and it is good.
Coach, I want to get your take on the young quarterback Mavis. I've seen him do some pretty mature things already, running a great zone read there. We've seen a couple times where ball may be on the ground, makes the smart play to jump on it. He's thrown the ball away. What do you think about this young quarterback and the maturity that he's showing?
I see him getting better every week, TD. I mean, from big difference from the first game to this game. And he does a good job running the offense. He knows the offense. Of course, his dad's the head coach. He's
better,
good
right?
Good athlete. I hear he's a very good baseball player. I see a great future for him.
Oh, yeah, gentlemen, it's just a matter of time when this Mavis was going to keep it for himself, as well as Roland and Gonzalez have been running.
That's three-headed monster.
You just turned a two-headed monster into a three-headed monster because, well, now we got to watch the quarterback now. And if Mavis can't do it with his arms, I'll tell you what, he could definitely do it with his legs because he can run with the football.
Yeah, I love seeing he's a sophomore, but, he shows maturity in his decision-making like he's been there forever, like he's a junior or a senior, which, if he's showing it now, just imagine what the future holds.
So with 8:28 left to go here in the Shields AC and Heating second quarter, is Lockhart Lions 35, Lehman Lobos 0.
Yeah. Estrada's last kick a little bit short, landing around the 20. No wind blowing here. It is just about dead calm out there.
Maybe that was by design. As he'll step into this one, it's going to be another short pooch kick.
Looks like that is by design.
It'll be fielded at the 19-yard line by number 12. And this time he'll go north to south.
Still
Hangs
going.
onto the foul ball, almost stripped.
Finally able to be brought down by Caden Roland Bright.
Okay. Somebody down.
And number 23, Peyton Jackson, almost coming up with the strip.
And he'll be back up and off the field.
As we take a look at that return, once again fielded at the 19-yard line. That's Noah Ruiz.
Well, we talked about that pooch kick as a tactic, and after the last 2 returns, I think I'd fold. How do they do it, Coach? They take their pen and kind of cross that one off the play sheet. Because when Estrada was kicking it deep, they didn't make it past the 25 once, and they're set up with their best field position of the night here
at the
43.
Yeah, at their own 43-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Lobos. With Nikki, and there's going to be a penalty flag thrown. That's going to be false start
against them.
It's tough as an offensive lineman when you have to wait on that jet sweep motion, and it's time.
Yeah, they get impatient.
Yeah. Sitting there basically vibrating.
Yeah, it's hard for a big guy to stay in the stance for that long.
So that's going to bring up 1st down and 15 after the false start. Man in motion. They'll hand it off to Barber. Barber will take it around the right side, and he's going to be brought down, or still running, and finally going to be brought down. He'll pick up 3 yards.
Boy, the yards on the ground just have not been there tonight for the Lobos. As the Lockhart, well, you always say front 3 or front 4. We got a front 3. Front 3 of Lockhart doing a great job, as well as the linebackers inside and out stopping that run.
Portillo with initial contact. Benavides coming in to clean it up.
Well, Lockhart matches well against these Lobos receivers, and they've been able to pretty much just stay in man coverage, which really frees up your 2 outside linebackers to pursue and rush the passer.
2nd and 12 coming up. Man in motion once again for the Lobos. Barber will get the inside handoff, and he's going to be met in the backfield. And he'll be able to get it back to the line of scrimmage with forward progress.
Man, Coach, I don't know if I'd run that same play twice in a row after the result on the first one. I mean, he did pick up 3 yards.
They got to find something. They're scratching for something.
Portillo in there is quick.
Yeah, Portillo getting in there to make the initial contact and make the stop.
It's like Portillo has the playbook.
3rd and long.
He knows what they're calling.
Yeah, 3rd and 12 coming up. This time it'll fake the jet sweep, and Winnicki will keep it, but it's not fooling the Lockhart Lions defensively. He'll pick up a yard out of it, but it'll bring up 4th down and 11.
Well, I'll be honest. He fooled me because I was watching Colton Gunderson, and I said, "Where's the ball?" He definitely got me with the play fake, but Lockhart Lions defense was not fooled.
I tell you what, 76 for them, their offensive lineman. Did a good job blocking downfield, but unfortunately, the guy he's supposed to be blocking is making the tackle.
I am just dying to see my time get a chance to return one. He's had one fair catch, and all the rest he hasn't fielded. And he's itching to get a return too. You can see him giving himself a little bit more room this time.
Yeah, last punt for the Lobo punter. It was a good punt. But all it took was one play for the Lockhart Lions on a Nathan Rowland 85-yard touchdown run.
Almost got it again, and it caused him to kind of shank it.
And a little bit of contact, but the referee kept the flag in his pocket as looks like Portillo was blocked into the punter.
And that's only a 27-yard
He's complaining to the official, but the official said, go play football.
Oh, thank you so much, Bert. Shout out to my wife.
TD's better half.
He's out here attending the game with our new baby Lily, who's dressed up in her Lockhart gear. She's only 3 months old, but she's attended like 6 or 7 games so far. She goes to 8th grade games, the Thursday game, the Friday game.
Here we go, first down and 10 for the Lockhart Lions as the defense jumps off sides.
Free play.
And rolling with the carry, goes up the middle, bounces it out to the near side. Stiffs arm a defender, and it'll be a good gain. I'm pretty sure the coaching staff, Coach Mavis, will decline it.
Well, I tell you what, he's carrying a football, but he's breaking ankles like he's crossing over on the basketball court, as he had 2 really nice jukes there that just juked him right out of their shoes. And you can almost hear it, rolling bright with the crossover into the paint. Woo.
And I'll be looking for that call, too. So first down. They'll go ahead and take the play. And fresh set of downs for the Lockhart Lions. Ball's going to be marked at the 48-yard line.
And with Roland having an 85-yard run on the last series for the Lions, he doesn't need but 15 yards to have his first 100-yard game.
And they'll fake the handoff to Roland. Gage Deutsch with the reception.
Still going.
Still going. I'll tell you, Gage Deutsch don't like the ground.
I'm telling you, man, I love that kid. He does not like grass, I think. He must have something against grass. I'm going to have to ask him about
artificial
that.
At least.
Yeah.
Being the baseball player.
Well, that's right. And, in baseball, he probably doesn't slide. He just tries to hit it over the fence so he can trot around the bases. No, he definitely slides. I've seen him. Deutsch is a first-class baseball player.
Thank you.
Got mine.
Sarge, need water?
Oh, I got mine right here.
All right.
But hang on to it. All right, Mavis gets the snap, rolls around to his left side, and throwing on the run is going to be incomplete.
So we talked earlier about when you're moving and getting your feet set, Mavis unable to really set his feet. Still able to get it, at least into the hands of the receiver, but receiver number 4, McGee, unable to come up with it.
He was rolling to his left, make it a little bit more difficult for him.
We've got 4 minutes, 50 seconds left to go here in the Shields AC and Heating second quarter. It is your Lockhart Lions 35, Lehman Lobos 0. And this is a grudge match, so to speak. Last year, the Lobos' only win of the season came against the Lions and really took some wind out of the Lions' sails.
They'll fake the handoff to Gonzalez, and all by himself is Gage Deutsch. Great rundown by the cornerback. But Gage Deutsch gets the big first down inside the 5-yard line.
I want you to watch something on this replay, folks, and it's not the pitch and catch. It is the right side of that offensive line blocking, and I want you to watch number 55, Dylan Obaye. I mean, you can't really see it there, but you talk about a pancake. He put his man on the turf, and then he tried to grind him down into the little black pebbles.
And then he accidentally stepped on him trying to get over him.
Mavis in shotgun formation. Gonzalez right behind him. He'll get the handoff. Ooh. And a rare stop behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, good job of the Lehman defense there.
And that's the first time Lehman has
been
able
to
stop him for
two players down for them.
And it looks like they'll both be up and on their feet. Oh, maybe not. Looks like they'll go and take an injury timeout. We'll take a look at the replay.
And their
And
numbers.
great job by number 6 to get
Yeah,
around.
and not just they got him, he came from the backside and
Yes.
all the way around, showing some real good speed.
There's Marcus Ramirez and Noah Saavedra with the stop. So as they have their injury timeout, we'll take a quick timeout too, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion football right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
If you're looking to capture that special moment, let Adrian Gutierrez Photography capture that special moment for you. Whether it's a wedding, birthday, family photo, or any special occasion, Adrian Gutierrez Photography is the right one to turn that special moment into a memory that will last a lifetime. Adrian Gutierrez proudly supports Lockhart Lion Athletics and can be seen at many events in Lockhart, as well as at Lockhart Lions sporting events, offering his time to create special moments for the Lockhart community. You can contact Adrian Gutierrez Photography at 512-227-6794, email adriangutierrezphotography@gmail.com, or his website adriangutierrezphotography.com.
All right, we're back as the Lockhart Lions are knocking the door of 6. It is second down and goal to go from about the 8-yard line. Mavis in shotgun formation. He'll hand it off to Gonzalez. He'll bounce around till he finds some space.
Get in there.
Juking and jiving, and he'll find his way.
1 yard line.
I'm telling you, these Lockhart running backs, they have got
And they're
some
saying
moves.
that they think Gonzalez might have fumbled the football.
That's just one guy that thinks that. Everyone else is like, shh, we got it.
Referee's the guy that why he has it when it matters, and he said no.
Yeah.
Second down. Third down.
Very uncharacteristic like run by Gonzalez. We're used to see him trying to bowl over people.
That's what I'm saying. He's got both. He can
Yeah.
do either or. Third and goal, big third down.
Quarterback.
And Mavis will cross the goal line for his second touchdown of the night.
Good job of extending that ball over the plane.
Man, any more touchdown high fives, I'm going
We have to get some ice and
I'm
ice
going
it
to get
down.
some ice. Man, I think I just pulled my shoulder on that one, though.
Well, folks, pinning the extra point, Lockhart will be up 42. So for your second half, we'll each go and select a fan from the audience, and they will come up here and do the second half broadcast. We'll take a break.
Might get some from Lehman.
Hey, if any folks are tuned in from Lehman, not your team's night, but we greatly appreciate you tuning in and watching Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
They snap his back, hold it down, the kick is up, and it is good. So with that, with 3:21 left to go here in the Shields AC and Heating second quarter, it is Lockhart Lions 42, Lehman Lobos 0. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with more Lockhart Lion football right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Shields AC and Heating is a small family-owned business located here in Lockhart, Texas. You can count on us for all your air conditioning and heating repairs. Here at Shields AC and Heating, we service commercial and residential HVAC system, as well as refrigeration, ice machines, and walk-in coolers. So, if you're in need of commercial or residential AC repairs, you can count on Shields AC and Heating to be there for you by calling us at 512-227-1219. We take pride in your comfort.
All right, we're back with 3:21 left to go here in the Shields AC and Heating second quarter. As we get set to kick this one away, got a couple of score updates. Austin Anderson at College Station taking on the Cougars. They are losing 24-3 with 5:52 left to go in the second quarter. And at Bob Shelton Stadium, it is Pflugerville Henderson Hawks 7, Hayes Hawks 14, or 13. And a big hit.
Welcome to the WWE. That was a suplex if I've ever seen one, and that's Keelan Lyles once again. That man is Mr. Special Teams.
He's another Bill Bates.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Stars, I'd like to give a shout out to our number 1 fan, number 70, Mr. Marty Martinez.
Oh, there you go.
It's more like Romanowski right there, the way he slammed that guy on the ground.
Yeah, big shout out to a member of the taco line, Marty Martinez. And, of course, want to give a shout out to one of the coaches who's unable to make it to tonight's game because he's in Georgia as his son graduated Army boot camp this morning, and that's Coach Jennings.
Coach Chris Jennings.
Yeah. Inside handoff. And nice run and nice blocking up front by the offensive line as Barber was able to pick up a nice chunk of yards. His biggest gain of the night of 8.
A little bit of signs of life late here in the first quarter.
Yeah, of course, here at halftime, we're going to have a Lions Pride Sports broadcast salute to service as I got a photo slide that we're going to show. So you're going to want to stay tuned to that. That's going to take part in the first half of the Kreitz Market halftime show before the Lockhart Lion Roaring Band takes the field. It is 2nd down and 3. Quick throw over here to the near side. Great close. Close in by number 2, Bob Estrada.
And shout out to everyone tuning in on Facebook, everyone tuning in on YouTube. I see you, Coach De La Cruz. Tell you what, they may need Lehman Lobos may need you out here, Coach.
No, he's doing a good job. He's over at Hayes. His daughter's the principal down there, so he's a Hayes Hawk now.
Ross Alexander chimes in. Said, James, is there room with the Kelly Greenwood? Come to the Eagles. It is 1st down and 10 as the Lobos pick up their first down in a while here in the first half. Got a man in motion. They'll hand it off. Fake the handoff to Barber, and Winnicki will keep it. And great job by the Lockhart Lions front line. Coming up with a big stop.
And one of the comments, Jim Hughes at Westwood Wild Games says, great redemption game, guys, showing true talent this week. He says, let's go. And speaking of Westwood Wild Game, it's almost that time of year. Deer season's approaching. Talked to Jim yesterday. He's got some new additions, some new tools, some new things available out there at Westwood Wild Game. If you're going to hit the deer stand this year, when you're coming back from shooting that 10-point buck, make sure you look up Westwood Wild Game. Give Jim Hughes a call. They got, if you can think it up, they can do it for you out there at Westwood. And the greatest thing about them, what I love the most, is the deer you take them is the deer you get back. Whereas a lot of these processors, they're throwing your deer in bins with other deer, and they're just giving you 5 pounds of hamburger meat.
Or
not at Westwood.
I'm going to go and take 5 pounds for the house.
Well, and Jim, you've been kind enough a couple times to give us some snacks here on the broadcast, and we've enjoyed those. And
it was something I really didn't want to share, but I felt obligated that I had to.
Well, I've never had something that he makes that isn't good. He got summer sausage. He's got 5 or 6 different kinds of sausage.
All right, stop. You're making me hungry. I ate early at the tailgate party with Richard Ibarra.
We need another turkey leg for the second half.
1:31 left in the second quarter. 2nd down coming up for the Lehman Lobos.
Yeah, 2nd and 6 coming up. Winnicki in shotgun formation. 2 receivers up top, 2 to the bottom.
Back to pass.
Throws it deep down the far sideline, and great coverage on a beautiful catch.
Wow, great catch. Number
what
1.
A catch.
What a catch by number 1, Colton Gunderson.
That coverage, he was all over me. Can't get any tighter without getting an interference call. He was glued to him, but still wasn't enough.
And the Lobos running a no huddle offense. Winnicki gets the snap, rolls to his right. Got pressure coming in front of him. He's going to be brought down for a loss.
Number 7.
That's going to be Caden Roland Bright with the stop.
He has been doing a good job at that drop linebacker position for Lockhart.
Well, let's take a quick look at that completion for the Lobos. Got to give credit where credit is due, and what a catch.
He was so tightly covered that when he caught the ball, the DB's hand was trapped in there with the ball. Goodness.
Got a penalty against the Lehman Lobos.
Oh, man. And looks like it was.
Might have been after the play.
Wonder if it was a dead ball foul.
They lose the down if it is.
It'll be 2nd down and 16 the way it is right now.
They took a loss on the play, and if they're going to step this off after the loss, that's going to be okay.
Now, as Lockhart decided to decline it because it was first down and 10 at that point. So it is second down and 16 for the Lobos with 54 seconds left to go. Winnicki dropping back, looking deep over the far sideline.
Oh.
And that's going to be pass interference.
Try to jump for the ball before he got there.
And they're going to get Bob Estrada.
Estrada tried to time it, and the timing just wasn't there, and that happens. And that's gonna give them a first down, and they'll have the ball out around the 22-yard line.
I doubt if it's going to be a spot foul where everybody is moving. This isn't the NFL.
Yeah. It's going
to be 15 from the line of scrimmage.
Well, it actually looks like it was second and
16.
16, so they'll still get an automatic first down, but they'll be at the 23-yard line. Oh, this is hilarious. The referees are just – oh, that's great.
No, they're like, come on back. Lehman Lobos trying to pull a fast one is what it is.
That's right. That's not till Sunday. We're still on Friday night.
Why not?
Trying to get advanced into the weekend a little too quick there.
Clock stopped on the snap.
So first and 10 for the Lobos. Winnicki dropping back, looking over to the right side, throws it over the middle. Got a receiver.
Nice,
and that's going to be a first down and goal situation as Avery Ibarra comes up with the tackle.
Now the field is compressed. There's no longer can you go vertical with a deep threat.
Timeout, Lehman.
So as they take a timeout, let's go and take a quick timeout too, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion football right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Shields AC and Heating is a small family-owned business located here in Lockhart, Texas. You can count on us for all your air conditioning and heating repairs. Here at Shields AC and Heating we service commercial and residential HVAC system as well as refrigeration, ice machines and walk-in coolers. So, if you're in need of commercial or residential AC repairs you can count on Shields AC and Heating to be there for you by calling us at 512-227-1219. We take pride in your comfort.
All right, we are back after the Lobo timeout. It was first down and goal to go from the 5. Man in motion. Winnicki dropping back, rolling to his right, got pressure in front of him.
Threw it away.
And that one almost looked like it slipped out of his hand. He was trying to get it out to his intended receiver in the end zone, but great pressure up front by the Lockhart Lions defense.
And that was Gunderson who was open, their big receiver number 1. He was open in the back of the end zone, but the quarterback just unable to find him. And they'll have a couple more shots at it here. Lockhart defense would really like to keep Lehman out of the end zone here.
Yeah, that was Malik Hill with the pressure coming from the outside.
See if they don't maybe get him on a rollout and get him moving, kind of get him away from that pressure.
So Barber in the backfield, offset to the left side of Winnicki, man in motion. That's going to be Guzman or Gunderson.
Oh, quarterback.
Yeah, quarterback keeper and into the end zone for a Lobo touchdown.
So we've seen him run that counter several times, and it's been a give each time, and this time he finally keeps it and gets his way into the end zone.
Didn't want that.
We'll take a look at that Lobo touchdown as Winnicki keeps it himself, fakes it to Barber.
And so that's the exact same play that we saw Mabus score on the other end. It's just a zone read where you're following the guy across your body and you're reading that tackle. Does he come after the running back or does he come after you? He comes down towards the running back, leaves the hole wide open for the quarterback to get in for 6 easy points for his team.
So with 26.5 seconds, the Lobos line up for an extra point try. Snap is back, hold it down. The kick is line drive right through the uprights, and it is good.
Hardly saw the ball.
Yeah.
Thought it was blocked at first. Coach, you talked about his running ability and one of their keys to their success in the beginning of the game. I don't think he's run it as much yet as we expected.
No,
but as things get later and more desperate, maybe we see him run.
But do you want him to run that much the second half? You still got a whole season to play. The last thing you want to do is get this guy hurt. He's the only thing you have. Yeah, you're going to run him, but you want to limit how much he does run.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. He is the only quarterback listed on their roster, so we have no idea who would be the backup.
Well, they could move that freshman quarterback up.
They couldn't do it on Friday night.
He's pretty good. I don't know what the young man's name is, but he did a great job last night against Lockhart.
If you tuned in last night, Lockhart freshman fell against the Lehman Lobos, as did the JV team also fell against Lobos, but they showed a lot of improvement and had a lot better game, and it came down to a last-minute play for the JV team. Look for them to try to right the ship this coming Thursday. Be a home game here.
Against Henderson Hawks. Onside kick, TD.
We lose our feed, Sarge?
I'm going through it right now. So proceed without me.
Yeah, you got to think maybe it will be an onside kick here.
Lockhart looks like they have the hands team in.
Yeah, got Wesley Abel right there. Your most likely candidate if they do onside kick. It looks like he may go the other way with it. McGee over there. And they'll kick it deep. And that will be fielded by Roland at the 10. He'll come around the right-hand side. He's got some running room. He's out to the 30, 35, 40. Cuts back inside the 50. Runs over a man and gets the ball all the way down to the 46-yard line.
Well, he said he stepped down over here, out over here.
I didn't see it.
I don't know.
Well, we try to avoid home cooking, but it tastes so good. 16 seconds left to go. Lockhart way ahead, 42-7. We are in the Shields AC and Heating second quarter. And here in a minute, we will have the Kreitz Market halftime show where you'll see the Lockhart Lion Roaring Band and the Lehman Lobo Band as well.
Good news, we do have the stream. It's a scoreboard that we're working with right now.
And it looks like Lockhart will end it with a quick run play that goes for no gain. They'll take it into the locker room.
That's going to be it.
And they'll have a 35-point lead.
Well, before we get to our halftime show, Coach, you're going into the locker room with a comfortable 42-7 lead. What are you telling your offense and what are you telling your defense if you're Coach Mavis?
If I'm Coach Mavis, I'm telling the offense is just keep pounding the ball, keep that running game going. As long as we keep that running going, we're going to win the ball game. Defense, we got to watch out for. They're going to come out trying to score. So we got to be on our toes. Got to play good defense, good pass coverage, and got to make sure we wrap up on our tackles.
You know what I'm telling them, Coach? If I'm up by 40 going in, I'm telling them not too much Gatorade, guys. Drink some water,
Yeah.
Stay hydrated. Still got a whole half of football to play.
Yes, sir.
But they have done a great job in the first half. A great job of play calling. Great quarterback play by the sophomore quarterback for Lockhart, Caden Mabus, in his first year as a starting quarterback for the Lions here in the third game of the season. Looks like the Lions have definitely righted the ship after opening up 0-2, and looks like they're on their way, barring a huge comeback from Lehman, on their way to starting off District 1-0, which is can't do much better than that.
Oh, yeah. And, James, what are your thoughts so far of the Lockhart Lions here in the first half, offensively and defensively?
Yeah, I wanted to join you guys for a game that I felt the Lockhart Lions were going to win, but, geez, I didn't expect this.
You picked the right one.
Yeah.
How about that quarterback, James? He's young. I mean, he's a sophomore, and boy, he looks composed.
Oh,
doesn't
yeah. Yeah, he can throw it, and he can take off running on the feet also as well.
He's no Aaron Rodgers yet, but he's certainly getting there.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with your Kreitz Market halftime show right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Smoke Texas Barbecue puts smiles on faces. Since 1900, Kreitz Market's been putting smiles on faces with every bite of Smoke Texas Barbecue. Located off of Highway 183 at 619 North Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas, fifth-generation owner Keith Schmidt continues the tradition of providing the best barbecue in Texas with its award-winning varieties of beef, sausage, and pork meats. All Kreitz Barbecue is post oak smoked to perfection under Pitmaster Roy Perez's watchful eye in Kreitz Market's hallowed brick pits. Let Kreitz cater your party or event. Kreitz can assemble a complete barbecue dinner and sides for any event in Central Texas. To get a quote on catering, Kreitz Barbecue Catering Manager Weston Black can be reached at 512-398-2361. That's 512-398-2361. Kreitz Market opens 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can find out more about Kreitz Market on their Facebook page or go to kreitzmarket.com. That's www.kreitzmarket.com.
And welcome back to the Kreitz Market halftime show as the Cedar Creek Band, Eagle Band, is out there. Got a special guest in the broadcast booth with us, former Lockhart Lion, graduated last year. One big bad Brady Stevenson. How you doing, Brady?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. It's awesome to have you in the broadcast booth. Of course, hopefully we'll have you again when Lockhart travels to either College Station or A&M. As you have found yourself in Aggie Land.
Yes, sir.
And how is that? How is that? And how are things going in practice and on the field?
Oh, everything. I mean, it's going great. It really is a dream come true.
Yeah.
I mean, you work your whole life for it, and then
it wasn't a dream come true because you were a Longhorn fan at first. Now you crossed over to the other side. Maybe it was the maroon and white that kept you going over there.
Yes, sir. No, but it really is a dream come true. I worked for it like my entire life, and then just getting there is so surreal. It's like it's hard to explain.
I'm pretty sure it is, but I know you're just a freshman. You haven't seen any playing time as of yet, have you?
No, sir.
No. But have you been on the sideline for any of the games as of yet?
Yes, sir.
And how is that feeling? I mean, I'm pretty sure being on the sidelines here is great. You're in high school. You go through your senior year. But then you step out onto the field where there's a 12th man, where the stands are packed even further, probably about 20 times the amount of fans at that stadium. What was your biggest take on that, walking out onto the field with so many fans in the stands?
Oh man, running out that tunnel was it was amazing. It was like nothing I'd ever
almost like a Rudy moment.
Yes, sir. It was nothing I'd ever imagined. And then we brought back the walkout song "Power," which a lot of people were wanting that to come back, and it was just it was amazing running out that tunnel.
Yeah, and I got to ask a question. My wife wanted to ask a question. Of course, she's not able to be here. She's at home, but she wanted to ask a question. In your time here at Lockhart High School, what would you say that prepared you the most to go to the next level? Or who helped you prepare yourself for the next level?
The person who helped me the most is Coach Williams, by far.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Williams helped me out so much in ways that I don't know. Coach Williams coming here really changed the course of my life.
Yeah. That's awesome. All right, and the second question she asked, he goes, what advice would you give to let's say you're talking to the seniors for the Lockhart Lions, or the juniors, or the sophomores, or freshmen. You're talking to them. What advice would you give them to give them a heads up to prepare themselves if they want to go on and play at the next level and play at a college, whether it's at A&M or a D1 school, another D1 school, or JUCO, or Division II or Division III? What's the best advice that you would give them?
The best advice that I would give them is just to keep chasing their dream, because, I mean, even recruiting for me was a little tough. I mean, I didn't see anything until going into my senior year.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, just keep on chasing it. If that's what you want to do, then just don't give up on it and just keep working.
Yeah, work hard, it, pays off in the end.
Yes, sir.
So how is it at the household? Of course, half the house are Aggies, the other half is Longhorns. What kind of battle has it been? Or has it been still much support even from the Longhorn side?
It's just a whole lot of support. Yeah, my mom even graduating from UT, she's now an Aggie. So. Yeah,
and your older brother Tyler I think he's graduating this year from UT in Dallas.
Yes, sir, UT at Dallas. And
and how's his career going at basketball? I know
it's going great.
Yeah.
So last year he started and stuff, and so he's playing really well.
Yeah.
And so this year they're moving up to D2, and so we'll see how they do. They won their conference last year.
Yeah, awesome. Now, you used to be a basketball player. Are you going to play basketball for the A&M Aggies?
No, sir. My basketball days are over.
Now, going into A&M, how's college life treating you?
Oh, it's tough.
It's tough.
Yes, sir. The classwork and stuff like that, it's hard to stay on track of everything and just time management. But
and then I'm pretty sure being a student athlete as well also.
Yes, sir. But it's just a whole lot of studying and playing football. So I'm loving it right now.
Oh yeah. And when can we expect Brady Stevenson out there on the field and watch that big bad Brady Stevenson, number 69, having some pancakes in the college level? Then I'm pretty sure at that level the pancakes are a little bit more thicker than what they are here at the high school level.
Yes, sir. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. I mean, it probably won't be this year, but hopefully eventually.
It's just one of those you're just going to give it your all, and when your time is called, you're going to take full advantage of it.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, graduated from high school last year, and I'm pretty sure it's one of those things you're like, man, it's my final year. You done moved up to D1 at A&M. Now, have you watched the first 2 games of the season for the Lockhart Lions?
No, sir. I haven't had the chance to. So this is the first game I've came to, and they're looking really good.
I was about to say, what are your thoughts of what you see right now from the varsity squad? I mean, 42 points. They've only scored, I want to say, 30 points in the first 2 games. They scored 40, or actually 35 right before the end of at the start of the second quarter, and 42 here in the first half.
Yes, sir. Well, right now they look really good, especially defensively.
Yeah.
I mean, defensively, they've stopped Lehman from really doing too much, and then offensively they're looking really good too. The O-line's getting a whole lot of movement up front, and the running backs are making great cuts and just running the ball well.
Yeah, and you know what? You answered my next question. I was going to ask you, as an offensive line, I know you see Gonzalez and Roland running around, and of course Mabe has got himself a couple of touchdowns. But I was going to ask you, what are your thoughts of the front line? And you pretty much answered that.
Yes, sir. They're looking really good tonight.
And who's the one that stand out so far in your opinion?
Oh, man. Dylan Ovalle, of course, and then Dalen Darby.
Yeah. And we had Darby and is a senior this year, so this is his final year as well also.
Yes, sir.
So, man, you know what? It's a treat to have you up here, Brady. Of course, in Little League, when I was taller than you, I coached you for a couple of years, and then followed you along through football and through basketball for a couple of years that you played. And now, maybe about a year after Little League, you're no longer smaller than I am.
Yes, sir.
So, how tall is your brother Tyler?
He's 6'10".
6'10". And how tall are you now? And what's your weight status?
I'm around 6'5", 290.
Lightweight.
Yes, sir.
Now, your time in high school here for the Lockhart Lions, what was one of the biggest moments that you still hold on dearly? You go back and man, that was an awesome play or awesome game, or that was an awesome teamwork or game victory or something like that.
Honestly, the game that I think about the most was whenever we beat Kerrville Tivy junior year going. It was like we hadn't beat them in 33 years, and it was our first time beating them.
Beat them at their place too.
Yes, sir. And that kickoff where Ashton Dickens just jumped up about 20.
You know what? And that play, we didn't even know he was out there on the field. And like that one's picked up by number 11. And I'm thinking in my head, man, what's he doing out there? The
Yes,
quarterback.
No, yes, sir. I mean, it seemed like he jumped like 20 feet up in the air and got the onside kick and scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
So.
And that game right there was to see who was going to be the number 3 seed or the number 4 seed.
Yes, sir.
And go on to play Alamo Heights the following week. And, of course, last year, y'all were able to defeat the Antlers here at home and for the second straight year in a row. And that game had more meaning to it because the loser of that game was going to get prepared for basketball on that Monday afterwards. And Lockhart came out victorious. Of course, Tyler Stanton came down with a big knockdown at the line of scrimmage to turn the Antlers away and give Lockhart Lions the win in that game. So, Brady, before I let you go, is there anything you would like to say? Any shout-outs you'd like to give?
Just shout out to the offensive line tonight. I mean, they're looking great out there, and shout out to Coach Williams. I mean, I really have to give like all credit for me becoming the player I am to Coach Williams. He helped me out so much.
That's great, and you know what? I was very honored to coach you in baseball and Little League, and it's been a treat to see you eat all those pancakes on the field.
Yes, sir.
And of course, you had a couple of seasons playing basketball for Lockhart as well, but football was really your main dish, sort of say. And I really look forward to seeing you out there on the field on Saturday afternoons. Of course, I'm not an Aggie fan, but I'll watch it as long as Brady Stevenson is wearing that maroon and white on the sideline for the Aggies.
Yes, sir.
So that says a lot. And thank you for coming up here. And
yes, sir.
Hope you enjoy the second half. And I don't know, are they letting you down there on the field?
Probably not, but.
You're like, hey, I'm a big deal now. I'm a college player. I need to get down there.
No, sir.
I'm pretty sure Mavis will let you go down there.
Maybe, but.
Yeah. But if not, enjoy the rest of the game, Brady. And you got a great family. You got a great head on your shoulders. And like I said, I look forward to watching you play on Saturday afternoons. And who knows, maybe Sunday afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Or on Monday nights or on Thursday nights or whatever night the NFL decides to play.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you very much for having me.
All right, so best of luck to you. Once again, that's Big Bad Brady Stevenson, graduate of Lockhart Lion High School last year and is offensive lineman for the Texas A&M Aggies out at College Station. And hopefully you'll be able to join us. Keep me updated, and hopefully Brady will be able to join us for the entire game.
Yes, sir.
For against A&M or Consolidated or the other A&M group that's out there.
Yes, sir.
College Station. So Lockhart Lion Band is out there ready to play. So we're going to go and continue on with the Christ Market halftime show as we showcase the Lockhart Lion Roaring Band right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
The Lionettes are led onto the field by Captain Kaden Gannon, Co-Captain Gracie Flores, Senior Lieutenant Emma Capello, Senior Lieutenant Rihanna Van Buren. Head Social Officer is B. Torres Puente. Social Officer Mia Metzler. Social Officer Brielle Jiddick Willingham. Social Officer Linda Brito. Social Officer Aaliyah Leos. Social Officer Elena Cervantes. The Lionette of the Week is Jocelyn De La Cruz. In honor of Teacher Appreciation Night, the Lionettes would like to dedicate tonight's performance to their teachers who support them in the classroom and beyond. A long-time Lionette tradition and inspired by the Texas State Strutters, this week they will perform a kick routine to September. entering the field, the Lockhart High School Roaring Lion Band and Color Guard. The band is under the direction of Mr. Peyton Grover, Mr. Joseph Gannon, and Mr. Jared Autry. The Color Guard director is Mr. Sergio Rodriguez. The freshman of the week is Keith Halsey. The member of the week is Brian Valerio Villegas. The section of the week is the Trumpets. Tonight, the band is proud to present their first three movements of the 2024 competition show, Coins for the River Styx. Soloists are Nicholas Hinojosa, saxophone, Ramiro Hernandez, flute, Benjamin Gonzalez, clarinet, and Eric Jacob, trumpet. Drum majors are Jackson Owen and Kaylin Gannon and Melanie Suarez. The RLB and CG want to show appreciation to the teachers of Lockhart ISD by dedicating tonight's halftime show to them. Thank you, teachers, for keeping your students locked on excellence, unlocking their potential, and having a great big Lockhart for people. Lockhart ISD is proud to present the 2024-2025 Lockhart High School Roaring Lion Band and Color Guard.
a joke from TD's joke corner for you, or something that happened to me at halftime. So shortly before the game this evening, me and my wife purchased a brand new Tahoe, and it was delivered to us like 20 minutes before the game. We hopped in it, and we came to the game. Well, that first half was so exciting that when I went out to take my halftime break and went out to head for my truck like I normally do, I was walking circles in the parking lot looking for my truck, and lo and behold, I finally remembered that we had bought a new car this evening. That was after walking by it like 3 or 4 times. Well, and then it's a black Tahoe too. So then I was like, oh yeah, we got the Tahoe. And I looked around, there's like 6 black Tahoes.
Yeah, the Lockhart Lions coming out of the tunnel for the second half, as the Lockhart Lions have had a big first half, TD and Coach.
Man,
as the Lockhart Lions lead 42-7 going into the second half, and they do get the second half kickoff.
Well, that's a whole ball game just in the first half. You know, we talked about at the beginning of the game, could Lockhart get the run game going? Could we get a 100-yard rusher tonight? Well, we had that question answered. I think by the time the night's done, we'll have at least 200-yard rushers, and who knows, maybe more. But off the success of that run game, the pass game has started to open up. The connection between Mabus and Deutsch has been good. Catching Deutsch coming over the middle on those slants, and I think it's just only a matter of time before he catches him in the open, and Deutsch is able to score another long touchdown.
And before we get to the second half,
yeah, we'll do some scores from around the area, and then I think Sarge also has a special deal that he's going to do for some of you folks. Boy, they came out quick. They ran out onto out of the tunnels, and then it's been less than a minute, and they're already out on the field ready to go. So they must have came out a little late. Yeah, we'll get to those scores here in a few.
After the kickoff, I have a little something to show. It's, of course, the halftime show ran over a little bit. It's going to be an onside kick. It'll be
it's still on the ground.
Fielded by the Lobos.
And good execution on the onside kick.
And here we go real quick. And we are back at his 2nd and 10 for the Lobos as the Lockhart Lions stopped them on the first play. A quick throw out here to the flats and a big hit, causing a fumble, and unfortunately the Lobos come up with it.
Santiguera almost got it away from him. And Sarge, we should talk a little bit about what that was that you played. That was a tribute to
salute. Lions Pride Sports broadcast salute to service. Of course, earlier in the week, I wouldn't say celebrated, but it had our 23rd anniversary of the 9/11 attacks on the Twin Towers in New York City. And wanted to do a little something for the service members past and present, Lockhart Lions.
And there was some way past and some extremely present. The newest one being Mr. Bart Key, Private First Class, just finishing up boot camp a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and I think the newest one is Coach Jennings' son, graduated this morning. So, and as we go through that, as it is 4th down and 15, do want to give a big shout out to Adam Renteria of Adam and Sons AC and Heating. The man to his right is Tom Poor. He served along with Adam Renteria from 1989 to 1992 aboard the USS St. Louis, LKA 116 in Sasebo, Japan. And the man to his left is Carlos Cruz from 1985 to 1988, Little Creek, Virginia, USS Saginaw. So,
having a chance at a return? Nope.
For a catch.
And Of course, that reunion, put it up real quick. This is 35 years in the making, gentlemen. You know, shipmates for life. Once you get into that brotherhood, you never forget your shipmates.
Man,
and they're actually watching from Florida right now too. So
well, these two guys look like they might knock on your door to collect.
Yeah, it's like you check your Ring doorbell like, oh man,
who do I owe somebody money?
Yeah, I'm hiding my thumbs. But big shout out to all three of them watching the broadcast tonight. Of course, we are in the Adam and Sons AC and Heating third quarter as the Lockhart Lions have the ball. It's second down and 10. Or first down and 10, dropping back, throwing over the middle. That one's going to be caught by Abel. Abel sidesteps the defender, blocked in front by Connor, and finally going to be chased down from behind by number 15, but not before Abel picks up a big first down. And Noah Saavedra makes a game touchdown-saving tackle.
Wow.
Looks like he got a little banged up on that play.
Yeah, but he's a tough kid, and you wonder why we call him Welker. You saw just a little bit of taste there of what he's capable of. Definitely dangerous, and my favorite part about that was at the very end of the run, put both his hands over that ball as the Lehman player tried to give the big chop from behind to knock the ball out. Abel does a great job of covering the ball and protecting it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, first down and 10. Ball is at the 30-yard line in Lobo territory. Gonzalez in the backfield gets the handoff.
Still going.
It's up on his feet and finally brought down after a couple of yards. And a quick update and scores around the district. It is all halftime scores as Pflugerville Henderson Hawks 7, Hayes Consolidated Hawks 13. And at halftime, as Austin Anderson Trojans 10, College Station Cougars 24. And of course, here at Lions Field, it is Lockhart Lions 42-7 over the Lobos with 9:05 left to go here in the Adam and Sons AC and Heating third quarter. And, of course, last night's district game, College Station A&M 25, Pflugerville Weiss Wolves 19. Second and 9 coming up. Mavis design run coming around the near side. Trying to shake off a tackle from number 22, Mark Trevino, but unable to get out of the tackling arms of the defender.
And that'll bring up third down for the Lions.
And a rarity is third down and long for the Lions.
3rd and 8.
And we're down to 10 seconds on the play clock. We'll need to get set and get this one off.
They're running some time off the clock.
5
Three
seconds.
receivers up top. They'll snap it at 2 seconds. Mavis drops back, steps in the pocket, throws over the middle. Intended receiver was Gage Deutsch.
Opportunity missed there because the protection was on point. Great job by Nathan Rowland to pick up the blitz coming off the near side and give Mavis time to step into that throw, just out a little bit ahead of Gage Deutsch there.
That's going to bring up 4th down and 9, and looks like we'll have the field goal unit coming on.
And this is going to be a 46-yarder, so this will definitely be the longest attempt of this sophomore field goal kickers, Mr. Evan Estrada's young career.
And he does have a little breeze coming from the backside. Snap is back, hold us down, the kick is up, and it is good!
Yes. What a great kick. 46-yard field goal on the mark. Looked like it would have been good from almost 50.
And
great
the snap
job.
snap was a little bit high there. Good job by Gage bringing it down.
Yeah, he did a good job. He's long, and that's a great spot for him to be because he can really get up there and get that ball down.
And here's that field goal try from 47 yards out, or 46 yards, excuse me.
Boom goes the dynamite.
And that was every bit of 46 yards. 46 and a half. So congratulations to Evan Estrada.
And that makes score 45-7.
With 7:57 left to go here in the Adam and Sons AC and Heating third quarter, excuse me.
So we saw the pooch kick a few times, and I was kind of like, well, they're getting returns off it. On the last one, they got closer to executing it. If you watch Lockhart football the last few years, eventually the purpose of that pooch kick is just like an onside kick. They're looking to get one of the gunners on the end down there quick enough and to time the kick up right where they can actually catch and take possession of that kickoff. So it's a pooch kick to the edge, but it's got a purpose behind it. Down here on the bottom, you're going to have Dylan White on the near side, and up there on the top is going to be Bob Estrada. If they're doing the pooch, it would be one of those two guys that it would be designed to get it to. And they're just going to go deep.
Just going to kick this one deep. It'll be fielded right around the 2-yard line for the Lobos. They'll bring it up the field, and once again, great stop by the special teams, which is vastly improved.
So for the third time, we see the Lobos field a Lockhart kick while moving backwards, and not any of those times were they able to get to or past the 25-yard line.
Man, that's gonna
got to learn on your way.
Yeah, Julian White with the open field tackle. And the Lobos will have the ball at their own 21-yard line, 1st and 10. And once again, want to welcome everybody to the broadcast. My name is Emilio Sarge Juarez, bringing you all the live play-by-play action. TD Tom Dunn with color commentary. The coach, Amado Galvez, with our football analyst for Friday Night Football. And our special guest in the broadcast booth, Mr. James Santa Cruz of the dark side of the mic. You'll be able to catch his shows. You go over to his Facebook page and give him a like.
Sarge and I have both enjoyed at times tuning in to the dark side of the mic. So we like to get busy in the comment section there.
And the reverse, that'll be a fumble. And that's going to be recovered by the Lobos.
Ooh, man, Parker Connor almost had that. That's the second one that Connor's gotten close to getting.
That was Colton Gunderson looking to run with it, unable to hang on to it. And, of course, our QA guy, Mr. Kent Riddle of Kent Riddle Properties, making sure that we sound good and look good for all you Lockhart Lion fans. And for tonight's broadcast, all you Lehman Lobos fans that may be tuning in and watching on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast Facebook page or on our YouTube channel. Welcome to the broadcast. 2nd down and 14 coming up. Man in motion. That'll put 3 receivers up to the top side. Winnicki in the shotgun formation. Hands it off to Barber. And Barber's going to get wrapped up in the backfield by Connor.
I don't think that give on that play has gone more than a yard or two for them all night long. I think their longest gain on the run has maybe been 7 or 8 yards, but most of them getting stopped for little to no gain.
Yeah, great job by Parker Connor coming off the line.
Running game not working for the Lobos tonight.
Well, we did see some explosion out of the Lobos with the quarterback run game and then some pass game. They'll go with trips here. They'll have 4 wide receivers and 1 running back. No tight end. Which could be trouble on the pressure.
Winnicki rolls out to his right side, got the receiver and makes a catch, and a great job by number 5 coming up with the tackle. That's Aiden Scott.
Aiden Scott's got those Velcro hands, you know. If he gets his hands on you, he's not going to let go, and you're going to go down.
That's going to bring up 4th down and 7. And, gentlemen, one thing we talked about in the Christ Market pregame show was a tackling was something that was pretty much the bugaboo of last week's game against the Dragons. What do y'all think about the tackling so far tonight?
So far, so good.
It's definitely been better, a lot less missed tackles. We've had some singular missed tackles that result in long touchdowns in the first 2 games of the season. Lockhart been able to avoid that so far tonight.
And the Lobos will be punting the ball away.
Oof. That's false start. Yeah, they got to call that as the wingman stepped up into alignment position.
Well, they've been doing it all night, but they never called it until right now, which I'm glad they finally did.
Well, and I think the reason they called it now was because he did it at the same time the other man was in motion, so that's going to be a legal procedure.
And it's going to be a timeout for the Lobos. As they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout too, and we'll be right back with more Lockhart Lion football right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Adam & Sons AC and Heating is a locally owned business. President, CEO, and U.S. Navy veteran Adam Renteria has been certified in HVAC since 2010. Adam is also certified as a home performance specialist through BPI. Adam & Sons offers professional work, excellent quality service with affordable prices, whether it's commercial or residential. Adam & Sons is the one to call. Contact Adam & Sons AC and Heating at 512-844-2695 or email adamrenteria64air@yahoo.com. Mention you heard this ad on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast and get 10% off your service call.
All right, we're back here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast as the Lobos look to punt the ball away. The penalty flag the penalty was declined. And this one's going to be off the back of the up man, and it'll be recovered by the Lockhart Lions, and they will have the ball in the best field position of the night, where the Lions will have the ball first down and 10 at the Lobo 24-yard line.
Well, that went Lockhart's way, but it just as easily couldn't as Caden Roland Bright, the young sophomore player, rolled the dice on that one and tried to field what was effectively a negative couple-yard punt. Luckily, Lockhart's able to come up with it. That could have just as easily given them a fresh set of downs. But Lockhart's on the lucky end of that one as everything seems to be going Lockhart's way tonight. So up 45, Coach. How long do you leave your starters in, particularly your starting quarterback?
At least until the end of the third quarter.
As Mavis is in shotgun formation, he'll hand it off to Roland. Coming around the near side, breaks an arm tackle in the backfield. Nice little spin move, but takes a big hit at the end.
And the flag.
As a flag comes in.
And they're going to call that contact to the head, I believe. It may not be targeting, but they may call it unnecessary roughness. But in that defensive player's defense, Roland is spinning into that. So, I mean, it's not a whole lot of control and intent there.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that play right now.
And you'll see at the end here, Roland spins right into the hit. So I don't think there's malicious intent there on the hit. They'll talk about it, but it
almost looks like he might have stepped out of bounds before
I'd be fine with them waving this flag off. Football is a contact sport.
And he did step out of bounds.
And they're calling him for targeting, which I do not think is the right call. We also have the advantage of replay. They do not on the field.
If anything, it's a late hit as Roland stepped out of bounds prior to the hit.
Well, in targeting, to me, you need to lead with the head, forcible contact to the head and neck, and there's got to be some intent behind it. That guy's just trailing the play, trying to make a tackle, and Roland spins into it. So, in my opinion, I wouldn't call that targeting, and I feel for the young man as he'll be ejected from the game, correct, Coach?
It should be.
Targeting?
I didn't see the signal, though.
Yeah, they definitely called targeting. I saw that.
We have 5:16 left to go here in the Adams Sons AC Haiti third quarter. As when the fourth quarter begins, our special guest, James Santa Cruz, if he's ready and up for it, he'll take over for a few series as a play-by-play guy. Give him an opportunity. Caden Mavis throwing into the end zone. That one's going to be caught.
Wow.
And the penalty flag comes in late.
Going to talk about it, see if he was in.
And they're going to say he's in.
Yes.
With the
touchdown.
Pass interference.
Woo. Yeah, with pass interference there, Gage Deutsch able to tiptoe the back of that end zone. We'll get a replay, but I know it won't be a close enough shot to see those toes, but great effort. And the referee was right there on top of it as he throws the fade.
I tell you what, gentlemen, Mavis took a huge hit as he released this one.
Sure did.
Looks okay.
He got his left foot in there.
Well, and he was definitely interfered with, and makes no difference. Deutsch catches it just the same.
I'm glad we got a break at halftime. My hand was starting to sting from all the high fives.
I'm telling you.
Going back to what you were saying, TD, about the starters, this would be a good time to get Hymas in. And after him, Avis took that big hit, you never know how much that has effect on them.
Well, and I've been watching Noah Hymas, number 10 down there, and he just did grab his helmet. He had been without his helmet for a while. He just grabbed his helmet, strapped it up, and he's going to do some throwing with Mavis. So we'll definitely see Noah Hymas come in on the next series. And folks, you know, we've been seeing Mavis. We saw a little bit of James in the first game, but make no mistake, you know, it was a close battle for who was going to get that spot, and it came all the way down to, you know, probably halfway through the first game before it settled in that it was Mavis who would get the starting role. These guys battled it out all through the spring and then all through the fall.
And snap is back, hold it down, the kick is up, and it is good. And with the extra point try, it is now Lockhart Lions 52. Lehman Lobos 7. Of course, we got a front runner so far for the good old boys fishing catch of the day.
We sure do, with Gage Deutsch with the toe touch, and you know, I mean, also gotta consider Wesley Abel's catch and run as well. That was definitely a big one for the Lions.
So as we got some time, we got a couple of giveaways. Want to give everybody an opportunity. We got a ride in style, too, as Lions Pride Sports Broadcast and Texas Event Shuttle is happy to bring back for the final road game of the season at A&M Consolidated on November 8, 2024. We've already selected one lucky Lion winner and their guest this past Sunday. If you want to have an opportunity in 2 weeks to have your name drawn.
And who was that winner this past Sunday, Sarge?
I'll have to get it for you. I think her first name was Bella, but I'll have to get that here in a second. I'm kind of slipping today, but if you want to have an opportunity to put your name on the in the list for the drawing, all you got to do is in the comment section type in the words, "Let's go." And, of course, we got a home ticket giveaway, courtesy of Kent Riddle Properties and the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast in 2 weeks for the homecoming game. If you want to have an opportunity to enter your name into that drawing, type in the comment section, "Beat the Eagles." And here at the start of the fourth quarter, I'll give you a second opportunity to enter both contests.
And so they assess that penalty on the kickoff. So Lockhart will be kicking from the 45-yard line, equivalent of a 55-yard field goal. We'll see if Estrada can put it through the uprights.
I'd give them the opportunity to do so, and it's going to be in and out of the end zone for a touchback.
I kept that one low and hard, make sure they wouldn't be able to bring it back. And here comes that Lockhart defense, that well-rested Lockhart defense. Coach, we talk about it a lot, right? Keeping your offense on the field, keeping your defense on the bench. These guys hardly sweating.
Yeah, they should be well-rested.
And you see big number 74. He went skipping out onto the field like a kid heading out to the playground for recess. So he's ready to go.
Julian Benavides.
Number 74.
So it's going to be first down and 10 for the Lobos at their own 25-yard line.
2 running back formation this time.
They'll send one out in motion. They'll give the ball to the running back, goes up the middle, pick up about 2 yards.
Santiago with a stout tackle on that one.
That's going to be number 8 with the carry, Josiah Espinosa. And gentlemen, and along with James, of course, we got 4:30 left to go here in the Adam & Sons AC Heating third quarter. We have the Old Pal Texas Tavern fourth and final quarter coming up.
I have a correction on that last play. That's Junior Landon Mendez in the game making that tackle.
Of course, in the Kreitz Market post-game show, we will have your players of the game. So let's put our heads together. A big hit.
Number 5.
By Aiden Scott.
And he's talking after the hit. He's fired up.
Sarge, is Aiden eligible to win the three weeks in a row?
Right after that hit, he's eligible for anything he wants.
You go tell him. I'm not telling him if he's eligible for it. Goodness, Aiden Scott just playing like a man possessed. And that kind of hit, man, it hurts you as much as it hurts them. And that young man is wanting to put his body on the line and just throw it out there with reckless abandon.
And that was Landon Mendez with the initial contact as he held the running back up, and Aiden Scott comes up with a big hit.
And Landon Mendez does back up Santiago Gary, gets in there late in this game, getting his opportunity, and right away making the most out of his opportunity. His 2 plays in a row, Mendez is in on the stop for the Lions. Had a pretty good hit of his own on the previous play. So I don't know, Sarge. Let's stick it out here because I think we could still see some fireworks for the Lions. I'm going to keep that good old boys fish and catch a day in my pocket for a little while. See if we can get another one in the running. You see Santiago down there. Woo, he's making it happen.
Lockhart's 52 points is the highest they've scored so far since the Burbank playoff game a couple of years ago. A 62-7 final.
This one could get ugly. I mean, we still got 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
And not to mention the highest point total for the Lockhart Lions here at home against the San Antonio Memorial Minutemen, where the Lockhart in Coach Mavis's first year posted, I think it was
82 points.
82 points in that one.
And that was one where some people had some stuff to say, but the last 4 touchdowns were like 40-yard runs. All they were doing is running up the middle, and they just couldn't stop them.
Running the same play.
Yeah, just kept going for touchdowns.
Same play.
Okay, here we go. Third down.
Third down and 8, and the referee comes in and is going to call a timeout. And we'll take a quick timeout, too, and we'll be right back with more Lockhart Lion football right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast. And we're back. 3:36 left to go. 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Lobos. Winicky in shotgun formation. Drops back. Tries to roll out to his left. Cuts it up the middle as the pocket was closing in on him. And the entire Lockhart defense closed in on him.
Hey, Malik Hill just with relentless pursuit from the sophomore, coming from the backside. He almost had him once, almost had him twice, kept after him, and eventually ran him down and was the one to make the tackle. Just great pursuit and hustle. I talk to younger players a lot, guys on the JV, guys that are in the 8th grade, and that's probably the most common thing that I tell them when we're talking about football is when the play's going away from you, just keep going, keep your motor going. Don't ever become a spectator. And Malik Hill was not going to become a spectator on that play.
He sure wasn't. Comes up with a big tackle. 4th down and 8 coming up, and the Lobos will be punting the ball away, or maybe they'll be punting the ball away.
Oh, took forever to get there.
And the punter trying to get away, and great job by the Lockhart Lions defensively as Aiden Scott comes up with a big tackle. But not before. I didn't see who got the pressure.
It was Roland Bright was the first one there, and I thought for a second he might have been on sides because it looked like he had a really good jump. And his body language, by the way, he jumped and then kind of stopped and then went, made me think he was offsides, but no flag. Probably won't see another flag the rest of this game if I had to guess, unless it's egregious.
And it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Lockhart Lions.
It's going to be Hymas at quarterback.
As number 10 trots out onto the field.
Now, don't expect to see any drop-off here, folks. Hymas is a good commander on the field. He knows the offense, and he knows what he's doing out there, so I don't think you'll see much drop-off at all.
And Hymas rolls around to his left side after the play fake. Throws it out to Parker Connor.
And that's Connor's 2nd reception of the year. Both of them come the same way in the flat. I think the other one was from Hymas as well. Connor mainly spends 90% of his time in there blocking for my time and Nathan rolling in the backfield.
Nice throw by Hymas. And although it was no gain, but still, completion made. 2nd down and 10 coming up. And Gonzalez will get the handoff. Goes around the right side, and he's going to lose a yard on the run, or about 2 yards. That'll bring up 3rd down and 12. So good job by the Lobo defense, not calling it a night as well.
Man, there's a small battle happening out there in the war, and it's number 55 for Lockhart versus number 56 for them. Those two have been battling it out all night, and what I really like is whether one gets the best of the other, a pancake block at the end of every play, both those guys are patting each other on the helmet. They're competing out there.
It is Daniel Escribo for the Lobos. Throw over the middle and in and out of the hands of George McGee.
And that's McGee's first target of the game. And that'll bring up 4th down and then maybe another field goal opportunity for Estrada.
Here's number 11.
Looks like they will bring Estrada on.
Oh, he made it from 46 yards out in his last attempt.
James, why don't you call this field goal attempt for us? It's super easy. It's up and it's good. And it's Evan Estrada.
Gage Deutsch takes a snap. It's a line drive, and it looks like it's good.
No.
Oh, no
Just
good.
would have been left.
I thought it was good, too.
And I messed it up.
Hey, you got the holder and the kick. Yeah. You executed. Yeah. They weren't able to, but you did.
And, of course, finally got the winner of the Ride and Style Part 2. First Lucky Lion winner was Val Beza de Leon. And she'll be joined by 4 more Lockhart Lion lucky winners and their guest. So I'm pretty sure Val's phone is ringing off the hook, wanting to be that special guest.
Well, folks, with a lot of teams you get to this point, you see a lot of the 2s, but I'll be straight and up front with you. Lockhart just doesn't have a whole lot of depth at some positions. So
we don't have any 2s.
Yeah, some places we don't have 2s, so one stay in the game.
Almost picked off on the far sideline.
Guess who?
Aiden Scott.
Man.
I had my eyes closed, and I was able to tell that one.
The kid's just playing lights out tonight. And believe us, folks, we like to spread the love around when it comes to our awards at the end of the game. But Aiden Scott just he's won it 2 games in a row so far, and maybe he's starting to get kind of stingy with that thing. That changes to the Aiden Scott Defensive Player of the Week.
2nd down and 10 coming up. And it'll be a quarterback keeper for Winnicki, and he's going to be dropped down as he crosses the line of scrimmage after picking up about 3 yards.
That's Portillo and Hill working together to hem him up there.
And Bob Estrada also in on the stop.
Brings up 3rd down.
Anna Ortiz says, let's go, Noel. James Mendez, go Lions from Gonzalez. He's already left.
Wow.
He was just here earlier.
I hope he did get a speeding ticket.
Yeah, I hope he didn't. 3rd down and 7 coming up. Pass is going to be thrown on the far sideline, and that one's going to be caught.
1st down.
And he's brought down on the play. That's Avery Barr out there.
All right, we've had a couple of great standouts on the defensive side. Of course, you just mentioned Avery Barr's name also. So it's going to be difficult to pick them.
And looks like time will run out in the 3rd quarter, and we'll be headed into the 4th quarter here at Lockhart with your Lockhart Lions up 52-7 over the Lehman Lobos.
Yeah, we'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with more Lockhart Lion football right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Old Pal Texas Tavern, located on the square in downtown Lockhart at 100 East Market Street. From a variety of appetizers, fried chicken, burgers, and salads, Old Pal is the right place for your hunger. We're open 7 days a week, Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Fridays and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Our kitchen will be open late for Lockhart Lions Friday Night Lights home games. Old Pal Texas Tavern, cold drinks, fried chicken, and famous smash burgers are perfect for your after-game score. At Old Pals, we are proud supporters of the Lockhart Lions and the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
And we are back for the Old Pal Texas Tavern 4th and final quarter here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Lions leading 52-7 over the Lehman Lobos. I'm going to kick it over to James Santa Cruz and take it away.
Gunnar Winnicki, is that the quarterback?
Yeah, Winnicki. Or Winnicki, maybe. I'm thinking Winnicki might be the right pronunciation.
Winnicki. Takes a snap, rolling out to the right. And it looks like that one's brought in.
Good catch.
That's number 3 on the reception.
Elizondo.
And Elizondo is a senior for the Lobos. And he'll pick up 5 yards.
2nd down. Takes a snap, hands it off, and is immediately brought down. He might have got a yard there.
Yeah, he's dumped quick by Parker Connor. Same result as they've seen on the run all night. They're starting to find some success with the pass, and it's not because the number 2s are in there. I mean, the Lobos are not going quietly into the night. They're continuing to fight every series.
And Parker's making a play for defensive also.
3rd down coming up.
High snap. Oh, fought for a 1st down. Well, it's going to be close.
Yeah, I think he fought for enough.
Lehman's got to keep fighting because they play Weiss next week, which is a big game for them.
Couldn't get a number on that reception.
And, of course, Lockhart's going to be heading to the field to take on the Pflugerville Hendrickson Hawks. That's Colton Gunderson on the reception.
How does a rolling clock deal work?
So once they, Coach, I'll let you pick that one. Because usually by this time, once you're a 40-point gap, I think, is when they start rolling the clock. But I think it's an agreement between the coaches, right?
Both head coaches have to agree. No, it's going now.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. You caught it, James.
Awesome. Fresh set it down for the Lobos. That one's going to be overthrown a little bit. They like those rollout plays, huh?
They do. Well, as many times he was sacked earlier, I think they figured out that they get him moving out on the perimeter. He's a little bit safer because that Lockhart rush was really getting home earlier.
He's such a good athlete. He could take off the roll easily.
This Lockhart Lions defense has been on point today.
They sure have.
You know, taking nothing away from Lehman, they got some solid athletes on the field.
Well, Lockhart's doing so good that there's some folks there headed for the gate.
Oh, incomplete. Yeah, it's pretty much turn out the lights here.
Yeah, I think it's see if we can beat the traffic night here at Lockhart Stadium. Is even on the home side here for the Lions, they're starting to thin out.
Give a plug to the Lockhart Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. They're having a big celebration downtown.
Yeah, it is. What is it? The Aces Ace?
Yeah,
Yeah, the Aces Ace down there this weekend. Go down there. I always got to go down and hit one taco from 2 or 3 different stands, and then whichever one I like the best, I go get another one from that one.
The food is excellent.
I figured you'd go get another turkey leg.
Man, they were walking around selling them earlier. I was tempted.
I don't know who does the fajitas, but they sure are good.
3rd and 10, got pressure coming over. That one's going to be almost picked off by Aiden Scott.
He said, I've done enough tonight. I'll just knock that one down.
I think he just lost the player of the game because no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
He found something he can do wrong.
A shout out to my wonderful wife who sticks it out every Friday night, most Thursday nights and Tuesday nights. She's down there sitting in her reserve seat feeding her 3-month-old baby and soaking in this Lockhart football. She's a soldier. She stays to the end every time, Sarge, because I keep the keys in my pocket.
There you go. That's how it's done.
Speaking of the Tuesday nights, congratulations to the Lockhart Junior High, both 7th grade and 8th grade, with big wins this past week.
And that'll be deep.
Offsides.
Yeah.
Ooh, free play.
Overthrown.
Well, that's the first time they've gone to the hard count. It's just too bad you waited till you were, down by 40 points in the 4th quarter because it worked well for them. They were able to draw Lockhart off sides, and that'll give them 4th and 5 instead of 4th and 10.
Yeah, before they mark it off, let's go through the District 12 5A Division 1 as Pflugerville-Hendrickson Hawks 14, Hayes Hawks 13. 10 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter in that game. Austin Anderson Trojans 17, College Station 31 with 1:56 left to go in that 3rd quarter. And, of course, last night, the A&M Consolidated Tigers defeated the Wolves of Pflugerville-Weiss 25-19.
James, I'm surprised y'all didn't do an episode of Dark Side of the Mic just on the day immediately following the debate.
Oh, yeah, it was tempting, but
let the pot simmer for a bit.
Yeah, want to let the dust settle a little bit.
4th and 5 coming up, pass thrown deep, man. That one's going to be incomplete.
We're just heaving it and hoping at this point. And you got to think you'll see Lockhart come out and try to chew some of his clock up. Of course, I thought that last series, and Ibarra came out, Jaimes came out throwing the ball.
Maybe we can do a debate recap and invite the Sarge to come give his thoughts.
That's
hey,
right.
Come on. I got a lot of thoughts. 10:04 left to go here in the Old Pal Texas Tavern 4th and final quarter. Of course, Old Pal Texas Tavern are open late on Friday night home games. So I talked to Coach. We've got to have to make a couple of trips out there. Probably for homecoming night, we'll make a trip over to Old Pal at the conclusion of the game. They got some great smash burgers out there.
Chicken is excellent.
Oh, it is? I'm going to have to try that and the burger at the same time. 1st and 10 for the Lions. They'll hand the ball off to Gonzalez, and he'll be stuffed in the backfield.
And that's not good. That's the first time tonight that the Lions' offensive line has really been beat and let them get in there like that. And that's the first offensive line in there still. Because we don't have a second offensive line, so it's the same guys. But, that's what I was saying. Lehman just they're not going to go quietly here and just give up. They're going to continue to fight through this 4th quarter as we've got 9 minutes and 30 seconds left to go.
Wow.
Yeah, they're just going to be dropped down behind the line of scrimmage, and Lobo's defense coming on strong as of
Well,
late.
and that's the thing, too. When you're in short time, they know that we're going to run the ball and try to eat up the clock. So they're back to putting 9 men in the box again. And we see Mabus alongside with Coach Chisholm calling in place to the quarterback.
That's something Hyman was doing the first half and third quarter, and I'm glad Mavis kept it up. We need to fool our people that are scouting us. Ooh.
3 big plays by the Lobos defense.
Yeah, back to back to back.
Said it. That defensive line is must have ate their Wheaties in between the last series.
And I see a lot of ones out there as far as our offensive line.
Oh yeah, they hadn't made the wholesale changes yet. Well, there's an injury timeout on the field as we watch the replay of that sack, as the Lobos' big number 75 is able to get home. That is Mr. Wilson Arias Montes with the sack there. And as there's an injury timeout on the field, we'll take a timeout as well. You're watching Lockhart Lions football on Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Kent Riddle Properties has been the main sponsor of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast since 2020, and has been a big supporter of Lockhart Lion Sports for over 40 years. Lockhart Lion fans all over the world have been able to follow the games on the Kent Riddle Properties scoreboard, as well as being the main sponsor of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Kent is also the QA guy for every broadcast. Kent Riddle has been in the real estate business for over 35 years. If you are looking to buy, sale, or lease a property in the area, you can contact Kent Riddle at 512-359-0036.
All right, 4th down and 23 coming out for the Lions. As Estrada is going to be back to punt the ball away, standing at his own 22-yard line.
Estrada's fast. I think they should go for it, Coach.
A low snap.
Beautiful rugby-style kick.
That was going to be fielded by number 2.
Holding.
There.
They're going to let that one fly.
You can tell by the body language of that ref. He's like,
Yeah.
He probably wouldn't make tackle anyway.
That was returned by Rivera. And just like most of the returns that Lobos have had tonight, TD, they're going east to west instead of north to south.
A great job fielding that rugby-style kick. Comes in with a funky sideways rotation. Definitely not like your standard punt. Yeah, this will be 1st down and 10 for the Lobos from the 45.
Winicki still at quarterback. Quick throw to the far sideline. And sidesteps a couple of defenders and knocked out of bounds.
Knocked out of bounds there by number 25, Joseph Zarita.
I'm surprised they didn't get him for a late hit as he was out of bounds. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 3. And also, I want to give everybody an opportunity. Of course, we have that right in style 2 and the ticket giveaway. If you want to enter your name, even if you've already done it in this broadcast, if you want to enter your name for a second time to either one of them or to both of them, all you got to do is in the comment section type in the words double play, and you'll get your name added onto the wheel a second time for today's broadcast. As Winicki is on the run being chased, and he's finally going to throw it out of bounds.
Good decision by that young man.
That's Zarita with the pressure.
Is that 55? Is that Obali that's in there?
We'll take a look at it right now.
Where's that? 66.
That's going to be 66.
That's Sidney Larte.
Yeah. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 3, a long 3.
And Lockhart like to get a stop here and silence this uprising.
That'll be Barber with the carry. He'll pick up the 1st down and more.
And that's the first time Barber's found more than a couple yards. And he's able to move the sticks for the Lobos. A big shout out to our brand new replay technician, Emilio the Sarge Juarez, doing a great job bringing you play-by-play and replays. And that's a new feature we've added this year, and I sure like it a lot. I've got a screen in front of me where I'm able to watch it just like you folks at home as we see Barber put his head down and keep those legs trucking for a first down.
That'll bring up 1st and 10 for Winnicki. High snap, able to keep it down. Quick throw out here to the near side, and once again, Bob Estrada.
Number 2, good job. And of course 5 was there too.
Bob Estrada, Avery Ibarra. And that was Deneric Tolliver on the reception. Loss of yardage. That'll bring up 2nd down and 12.
Lockhart starting off a little bit better in this series of downs.
Yeah, Marianne Hernandez Lopez says, way to go, number 66, Sydney Larte. Or Larte. Hopefully we're saying it correctly.
It is. It is Larte.
It's Larte. All right.
2nd down for the Lobos.
6:05 left to go here in the Old Pal Texas Tavern, 4th and final quarter. 2 receivers up top, 2 to the bottom, 1 man in motion. Going up to the top of the screen.
Lockhart bringing the house.
Yeah, rolls out to his right, and Zorita coming in from behind with a sack.
Well, and I tell you what, it was number 33, Landon Mendez, put the pressure on him at first, slowed him down, and then Zorita able to clean him up, and for another loss. Tell you what, Lockhart brought both middle linebackers, both outside linebackers. Good old-fashioned jailhouse blitz, as you see on the replay. Here they come. And good job by Zorita tracking them down.
Yeah, that was set up right there by number 33, Landon Mendez, also bringing Reniki back into the play of field as Zorita was tracking him down from behind.
And number 32, senior Cade Mares in the game at outside linebacker.
And that play is going nowhere, but back to the line of scrimmage, as that is number 49 coming up with the stop, Joseph Ferris.
Brings up a 4th down for the Lobos.
And they'll probably be going for it with 4:51 left to go.
And with what we've seen on the last few couple passes, you drop an extra man and just kind of play outfield on him. Might come up with an interception. We've had some come close in and out of the hands. Lions unable to get an interception so far tonight. Sarge, in your memory, have we had an interception on the year so far? I'm not recalling one yet. No, we've had several forced fumbles and takeaways.
I don't think so, TD.
Number 50.
We've had some close ones.
Or number 66 hustling into the game.
That's going to be Sydney Larte. Larte coming back in as Lobos call for a timeout. And we'll go ahead and keep it right here. James, what are your thoughts so far of the Lockhart Lions? Your first look at them, live.
Yeah, what a way to open up the home opener.
Good district play, yeah.
And I tell you what, how was it being up here in the broadcast booth? Because I know it's humidity down there. It's a little bit muggy. The temperature, of course, it's probably cooled down since then. But I haven't dropped a sweat not once yet here today.
Yeah, I was pleased when I walked in here. I felt the temperature in the room. I was like, whew.
Have to go to the car and get your hoodie, right? It is nice, and we are fortunate up here.
If your hands are cold, why don't you get these extra gloves that I'm wearing?
You had extra gloves the whole time?
Yeah, we are in the broadcast booth.
Oh, it's funny. Shout out to Dumb and Dumber there.
Just think of the San Antonio Southwest press box from last year.
Oh man, that was a hot box right there. And it can't be any hotter than the Lockhart Junior High press box.
Oh, and we haven't been there yet.
That's the dog. That's the doghouse.
Yeah.
Well, 4th and 17 from the 49-yard line.
Snap is back when Iggy rolls, throws back over to the left side, and almost coming up with an interception.
Number 10.
16, number 16. That's Keelan Lyles. He's made his presence felt on special teams several times tonight.
And that's going to be a turnover on downs. The Lockhart Lions going to have the ball back with 4:08 left to go here in the Old Pal Texas Tavern 4th and final quarter. We take a look at that last play. And Keelan Lyles, man, he had lots of green grass or green turf.
I think that was actually number 18, if I'm not mistaken.
It sure was number 18,
It may be
Jamarian
Hawkins.
Yeah, there he is right here on the bottom. He's still thinking about it.
Folks, I promised to go to the eye doctor this next week. I've been missing my glasses for about the last 6 months. You know, we laugh and I joke, but Sarge, I was staring at this roster a few minutes ago going, I got to remember to tell Sarge to blow this thing up. There's my time with a big run around the right side.
Yeah, nice little stutter step to pick up the extra yards.
And add another 10 to his total.
And, of course, I'll get with Mr. Moody, and we'll get some stats out there for everybody tomorrow or Sunday. We take a look at that last play. As Jaimes hands the ball off to My Time Gonzalez. Look at his little stutter step. Side steps the defender before he's finally going to be brought down by number 21, Emilio Castellanos.
21 on 21 violence there.
Yeah.
And you say, why is the starting running back still out there? Well, we only have 2 running backs.
Sure, doing inside handoff to Gonzalez.
And really, with them both splitting, relatively splitting the snaps, the wear and tear doesn't get too high because they're balancing them out through the whole game.
And we lost our number 3 running back.
Yeah. And, with My Time running, you could almost sense that he's not trying to go for that extra yardage like he was earlier in the game. It's more like he's going to get wrapped up. He's just going to go down, avoid having to take any unnecessary punishment.
Yeah, and let that play clock run. Let the clock run as we're down under 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
You can see My Time's expression when he was taken out of the field. He was like, come on. As Nathan Rowland comes in, he'll get the handoff right up the middle.
He'll move the pile forward. It'll be 3rd down and long 2.
2:25 left in the 4th quarter.
What's the mindset, TD, of the Lehman Lobos as you get to the end of this game and you just want the time to hurry up and wind down?
Well, and it's pride. I mean, you want it to end, but at the same time, you don't want to let them score a single other touchdown. Doesn't matter that that the score's 52-7. You sure don't want it to end up 59-7. So, they still got their starters out there and they're still playing hard. See, they're bringing the blitz here.
Yeah, Jaimes with the carry goes up the middle. And I'm pretty sure Coach, he'll say, the one thing to get to end this one, whether it's 52-7 or 59-7, is I'm pretty sure Lehman Lobos, especially in district play, want to try and get out of here with any injuries.
Yeah, without any injuries.
Yeah, so they still got a long season to go. And they got Weiss coming to town next week.
And Lobos are one of the few teams that Lockhart will play that's similar in size to Lockhart as far as numbers on their roster. Right at or around or just under 40 players on both teams tonight.
And with 1:18 left to go here in the Old Pal Texas Tavern 4th and final quarter. Next week's games, College Station, big game at Tiger Stadium. It will be College Station versus College Station A&M.
That's for the district title.
Not if Lockhart has anything to say about that, Coach.
That's right, because you know what, Coach? Lockhart's about to be number 1 in the district.
Yeah. And Lockhart will take a kneel down.
And whenever you go 1-0, no matter what anyone says, you are leading the district.
Yeah. Buda Hayes will be heading out to Memorial Stadium to take on the Bastrop Cedar Creek Eagles. Pflugerville Weiss Wolves will be at Shelton Stadium to take on the Lehman Lobos. And, of course, Lockhart Lions will be hitting the road on Friday night for a 7:30 p.m. kickoff.
I'll be stopping that Dairy Queen right across from the Puff Field.
Yeah, the Puff Field taking on the Pflugerville Hendrickson Hawks.
It's a good Dairy Queen there. They're kind of different. Each town you go to, you got to grade them, right? That one always gets a real good grade from me.
And that's going to do it as the clock's going to wind down. And the Lockhart Lions will start district play 1-0. And the Lehman Lobos will drop to 0-1. So big win for the Lockhart Lions, but right now we're going to take a quick timeout, and when we come back, we'll have your Kreitz Market postgame show right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Smoke Texas Barbecue puts smiles on faces. Since 1900, Kreitz Market's been putting smiles on faces with every bite of Smoke Texas Barbecue. Located off of Highway 183 at 619 North Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas. Fifth-generation owner Keith Schmidt continues the tradition of providing the best barbecue in Texas with its award-winning varieties of beef, sausage, and pork meats. All Kreitz Barbecue is post oak smoked to perfection under Pitmaster Roy Perez's watchful eye in Kreitz Market's hallowed brick pits. Let Kreitz cater your party or event. Kreitz can assemble a complete barbecue dinner and sides for any event in Central Texas. To get a quote on catering, Kreitz Barbecue Catering Manager Weston Black can be reached at 512-398-2361. That's 512-398-2361. Kreitz Market opens 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can find out more about Kreitz Market on their Facebook page or go to kreitzmarket.com. That's www.kreitzmarket.com.
All right, and welcome back to the Kreitz Market postgame show right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast. The Lockhart Lions get their first win of the season, but more importantly, their first win in district play. They go 1-0 in district play, and they'll be playing at the field next week to take on the Pflugerville Hendrickson Hawks, who are right now leading the Hayes Hawks 14-13, and that's starting in the fourth quarter. Of course, they haven't updated yet. And College Station 31, Anderson Trojans 17. And, of course, last night's contest saw A&M Consolidated defeat Pflugerville Weiss at Wolf Stadium 25-19. And I'll turn it over to TD Tom Dunn as we got the announcement of the good old boys fishing catch of the game.
Yep, this week, yet again, it's going to be his second time winning it. We'll take a look at the replay. And this is when Lockhart scored here in the second half. And on the pass from Mabus to Deutsch, Deutsch goes up while being interfered with, gets his foot down, and gets another touchdown on the board. So your good old boys fishing catch of the week for the second time goes to Gage Deutsch. And I do want to say it was a little tighter this week. Have to give a little honorable mention to Mr. Wesley Abel on his big catch and run. We'll continue to watch both those guys and see how they do throughout the year. But this Lockhart receivers corps coming on stronger and stronger as we get through the year, and look forward to having a lot more awesome catches for the rest of the year to give that good old boys fishing catch of the week to. This year it goes to Gage Deutsch.
All right, and with that, we have your Kreitz Market offensive players of the game, and it's going to go to the three-headed monster. Of course, we started the season off thinking that it's going to be a two-headed monster in the backfield, but I'll tell you what, Caden Mavis did a fantastic job behind center tonight. And our Kreitz Market offensive players of the game is going to go to number 0, Caden Mavis, number 3, Nathan Rowland, and number 21, Nathaniel Gonzalez. So congratulations to y'all three gentlemen. Y'all are the players of the game. Coach, your quick thought about Mavis, Rowland, and Gonzalez.
It's tough to stop all three. One of them is going to beat you, and they're all three great football players. Mavis had a great game tonight. He really's come up from the first week of the season to this week. He's done a tremendous job. And, of course, what can you say about Gonzalez and Rowland? They're awesome. Good job, guys.
Rowland broke that big 85-yard run. That was, that's definitely the longest run of the season for Lockhart. And tonight I do believe we probably had 200-yard rushers. We know that Mike Time had at least 50 in the first half. He contributed to that second half. We'll get stats from Mr. Moody and release those on our Facebook page.
Yes.
But, your offense players of the game are the three-headed monster, your two running backs and your quarterback.
And, of course, TD, he'll have our quantum towing defensive player of the game.
And on the defensive side of the ball, folks, we, like I said, we like to spread the love, but the young man's taking the decision right away from us. As for the third week in a row, it's going to be the sure tackling and hope and field Mr. Aiden Scott, as he just continues to play on a high level, play in and play out. He's not taking plays off.
And the most impressive thing to me is his open field tackling. We saw him lay a couple big hits tonight. We saw him recover a fumble. And a lot of other guys on the defense did a great job. Some honorable mentions out there for sure. Parker Connor had a real good game tonight as well. But your quantum towing Defensive Player of the Week for the third week in a row is going to be Mr. Aiden Scott. If we gave a trophy out, we might be etching his name on that bad boy.
And also honorable mentions, of course, Joseph Zarita, Malik Hill, Santiago Guerra coming up with a big hit. I mean, we got some great guys on the defense, and I tell you what, Aiden Scott has been a man on fire out there on the field. And, Coach, your thought of Aiden Scott?
What can you say about
Aiden
Scott?
Third week in a row.
Every week. I mean, this guy's very dependable, sure tackler, does a great job, hustles every play. That's the type of kid you love to coach. And I tell you what, it hasn't changed. He's been like that since his freshman year.
He's a junior, too.
Yes, he's a junior.
So you get a whole nother year of him coming back.
And, of course, want to thank our special guest, James Santa Cruz. Your thoughts on today's football game? With Robert Cuellar, we had him for 2 games with Bastrop, and Lockhart won both of those games.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, Lockhart comes up with a big victory. Your first night here in the broadcast booth. We might have to bring you back again, James.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Thank you guys for having me in here. You guys do a tremendous job providing the broadcast for the folks that can't make it out to the games. Got some really good comments from some Dark Side fans that were watching about the broadcast. So thank you guys for what y'all do. Sarge, you're a wizard in the production. If I knew you weren't so busy, I'd invite you to come produce for Dark Side of the Mic.
Well, I tell you what, if there's Dark Side fans commenting, I better go and check through those because I know who most of those guys are. No, man, y'all do a great job for sure, and we're happy to have you here. I keep hoping that, we keep improving our technology. We brought replay this year. I'm really hoping that eventually in the future we're able to have like a sideline reporter, and you were doing that a couple years ago for Recon Athlete. So James, definitely no stranger, and it was good to have you on the show and have you sitting here beside me, man. I appreciate you joining us.
Thank you, guys.
And now you're the good luck charm, so we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, for
All
sure.
right. Gentlemen, final thoughts before we close out tonight's broadcast. And as we look forward to next week, as we hit the road for the third
Adam and
straight,
Sons
for
AC and
the
Heating
third
is a
week
locally
of
owned
the season.
business. President, CEO, and U.S. Navy veteran.
Got to get ready for Henderson. A very good football team. And I tell you what, every week Lockhart seems like they're taking a step forward, getting better every week. And I've seen at their practices they work very hard. And I'm sure this week they'll be working just as hard to get ready for Henderson. That's another big, important game for us.
And I'll just say this: Lockhart is number 1 in the district because they are 1-0 on the year, and they control their destiny from here. Starting off District 1-0 is a big deal. A lot of times, you may be able to afford to drop one late, but if you drop the first one, it's usually a long road to try to get to the playoffs. And in this district, it's going to be a long road no matter what. So Lockhart does a good job of winning the game that they should win. And my favorite part about it, Lockhart gets revenge on Lehman, where Lehman beat them last year. So good to see that.
My favorite part of the game is, we got the win, but no injuries.
Yeah,
Yes.
Absolutely.
So that's going to do it for us tonight here at Lionsville. The Lockhart Lions open up district play and go 1-0 with a 52-7 victory over the Lehman Lobos. Want to wish all you Lobo fans a safe ride back home. And for everybody that tuned in and watched tonight's broadcast on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast and our YouTube channel, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. As for myself, Emilio Sarge Juarez, TD Tom Dunn, the coach Amado Galvez, and our special guest, James Santa Cruz, thank y'all for watching, and we'll be back on live once again next Thursday night for the sub-varsity game as the Lockhart Lions junior varsity squad host the Pflugerville Hendrickson Hawks right here from Lions Stadium before the Lions hit the road for a varsity matchup in week 2 of district play at the Papillion against the Hendrickson Hawks. But that's going to do it for us tonight. And always remember, like the Sarge always says, you can take the line out of Lockhart, but you can never take the heart out of Lockhart. Go Lions.
Thank you for watching today's broadcast of Lockhart Lions Sports on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Today's broadcast was brought to you by Kent Riddle Properties, Kreitz Market and Quantum Towing. And remember, like the Sarge always says, you can take the lion out of Lockhart, but you can never take the heart out of Lockhart. Go Lions!